Good morning, Mr. Dennis. Let's see if my live stream is coming up live. Yes, there it is. And do we have sound? Already, I've got the Wheel of Death already. Lou, good morning, Mr. Indiana Tones. Thanks for showing up. CW Silverseeker, welcome. Wow, this one definitely lags off of this one. There we go. We are on. All righty, I'll keep that low so we don't have feedback. Good morning, everybody. Wow, we're up to 6 people already. 7, kicking butt. Today's going to be a fun day, guys. We can discuss whatever you good people want to discuss. Nope, that's too loud. I can hear myself in the background. There we go. Look, it's a double dose of Rob. That's kind of scary. Anthony says that's too much. Morning, traveling detector. Good morning, Jim Steele. Jim, just to let you know from Florida here, I spent 6 hours in the Gulf of Mexico yesterday metal detecting. It was a little chilly, but once you got in there and got numb, it wasn't too bad. But we had to go down to Clearwater Beach to try and find a 2-carat gold ring that she's had for 25 years of her marriage. And guys, we felt really bad. We had 4 of us checking for 3 hours in the area. She said she lost it and we could not find it. And she was such a nice lady. And she thanked us all tremendously and said she's going to give the club a donation. But I could tell she was holding back tears. I felt really bad we couldn't find it. Those are the kind of people you want to find this stuff for. So, but I stayed in the water after we broke up our hunt, and Fort Knox, I texted a whole bunch of people, folks, and reminded them about the stream this morning, so I hope we get a few new people. Javier, good morning, sir. Did you find Mexico? We didn't go that far out, but yes, we were in the Gulf of Mexico. And there's Mr. Mike Mallyman 24 or M.A. Lyman. Yo, 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 and ho, ho, ho. Good morning, Dennis. Dr. Pepper, dude. Stop trying to scare me with 2 Robs. I'm trying to dig up some old stuff. Oh, TJ's on his phone. Yeah, we tried getting me and him to hunt together yesterday. We were hoping that Denise had to work part of the day yesterday, so I was she said, why don't you go hunt while I'm working? And I was like, okay. Forced my arm. But right about when I was getting ready to go out, the club president called and said they had that lost ring on Clearwater Beach. And Rusty Digger, good morning, fellow detectorists and friends. Good morning, sir. Mr. Scott Jarvie, welcome, sir. Thanks for coming in today, buddy. Tones, I was surprised I didn't see you with the big group out there in that huge park you guys hunt in New York City. Dalton watched that video of Merrill's and said he wants at that park really bad, guys. I think that's probably the biggest park in New York City you guys are allowed to hunt, right? Holy smokes, folks. We just doubled and jumped from 7 to 14. Miss K's digging it's here. Miss Carthy PUBG is here. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome to the stream. How did I miss Miss K? There's Miss K right there after Scott Jarvie. And Detecting Smiths is in the house. Hello there. We are the Detecting Smiths. They're world famous up at Florida Hunt 6. Uh-oh. I think I locked up for a second. Congratulations, Scott. You won a giveaway from Tones. So good morning. Lou, I was just saying that big park that Merrill was in with Digging Duo and some of the other people, is that the biggest park in New York that you guys are allowed to hunt? Because it looks huge. Dalton says he wants at it really bad. But I'd like to thank Mike for joining us this morning. He's a pretty busy guy. Traveling Detective, if I didn't say hi, good morning. Southern Relics, good morning. And there it is, Clark's Cove Detecting, who came up with the name. Menardo's Metal Detecting Maniacs. That is going to be in print somewhere soon. Oh, it's only allowed on the weekends and with a permit. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. You're right, Lou. I think somebody had mentioned that you guys can only do that on the weekends. I mean, does that park go back? I mean, does that ground go back like to the 1700s? It's been occupied. Kay, we're really looking forward to Florida Hunt 7. Seeing you and Miss Cynthia. I got some coins I'm checking out over here, guys. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for Christmas giveaways. I thought I had another silver round for Christmas. I know I've got a copper round. I got this beautiful copper round of a Christmas scene with it. Am I in focus? Yeah, there we go. That looks much better. Copper round with the deer on one side and the man cutting the Christmas tree down and dragging it to his family. We're going to be seeing that at Christmas time on a giveaway. Kay dropped her first video. I have heard, Kay. I'm going to write it down. So I remind myself after my stream to go watch. There's a couple other people. Kay's first video. Uh-oh, Florida Knox says he's working on a new permission. He's always working on permission, guys. Well, that's exciting, Kay. Congratulations. Okay, Southern Relics is Steven. I'm trying to remember everybody's name here so I can call them by their name instead of their channel name. Wow, 18 people, guys, and we've only been on 10 minutes. Good morning, Mr. Wig TV. Chad's here, folks. Long-time viewer, first-time participant. Two 2,000 subscribers. That's a big milestone. Congratulations, Southern Relics. See It My Way 1 with Shane Kubat. Mr. Shane is in the room, guys. He is See It My Way 1. He is in our Zoom meetings on Wednesday. Indiana Tone says, everybody hit the thumbs up button. Wow, there's a lot of people in here that are going up to Florida Hunt 7. And Dennis says he picked up 2 new permissions yesterday, and this afternoon he will hit 1 more new permission. Congratulations. Dalton says hello to Florida Knock, yeah, says hello to everybody. Mr. Mike Mallyman says he is live noon at Eastern Standard Time today, guys. See if you can get there and check his stream out. He has some fun times, guys. He does some cool giveaways, and he has some fun time. Hey, Shane, that guy rocks. Yes, Shane does rock, and I keep telling everybody he's got the coolest voice. He should be on the radio. Shane Kubat. See It My Way 1. But wow, everybody's saying thanks for stopping in today. We've never hit 20 people at 12 after. This is awesome. Well, I'll tell you guys, there's so many people that have been saying they're coming to Florida Hunt 7. I hope everybody's getting their reservations in for a hotel. Rusty Digger, I hope so. I have won 10,000 ring for ring finders, and it was a great feeling. I'm telling you. Yes, good luck for it. I felt really bad we couldn't find this lady's ring yesterday. She lost it in about 3 feet of water in the Gulf, and she knew right where she was at the day before. But the problem is there's a lot of people that go to Clearwater Beach every night and first thing in the morning at daylight, and the water was really clear at Clearwater Beach. So at 3 feet, I could still see my coil and my toes. So I hope somebody didn't see that diamond glinting or go over that ring. But that was her wedding ring. I felt really bad. But everybody wish Rusty Digger good luck with his ring find today. And I was on a roll, guys. I was 2 for 2 on my last ring finds. I found the gold necklace, the heavy, big, thick gold necklace in the Gulf. And then I found that white gold diamond ring, 70-year-old diamond ring from her mother from 1930 in the lake. And I had zero expectations of finding that ring in a lake with all those, all that sawgrass and everything. All right. Picks of some surprises. Pat's going to be on in a few minutes, guys. He wants me to start giving away some, when he gets here, some Park Rat merchandise. And yes, guys, I know I'm behind on some of my prizes. We had some, we had a family emergency here. Some of you knows what it was. I'm not going to depress the whole room here, but I will be back on track this week, and I'm going to sit here tomorrow and get prizes out. There he is. Ratmaster is in the house. He has his Park Rat bandanas and his Park Rat koozies. Kay's digging it. We're only going to be in the mid-50s today. CK, it's weird hearing people say that when I spent 6 hours hunting in the Gulf of Mexico yesterday. Marty's Nuts About Digging is here. Welcome, Marty. Good afternoon, Mayor Videos. I just went over and subbed your channel, folks. Oh, it was lost in the yard 2 years ago. Wow, yeah, that will be a challenge. Well, guys, I found a ring with Troy hunting Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. And, guys, I thought it was just only about 3 inches down. I just thought it was a nice stainless steel ring. You'll be seeing this in an upcoming video, maybe today or tomorrow. And I was cleaning it this morning, guys, before the show. And I did not even realize it, but it's a spinner ring. See how the centerpiece is spinning? I have never found a spinner ring before. So that's kind of a cool little thing. That might make that worth a few extra bucks. But, and then 6 hours on the beach yesterday. We hunted for the ladies' ring for about 3.5 hours. And then when we couldn't find it, the guys had to leave. I looked for a little longer, and then I did the beach. I spent like 2 hours in the water, guys, about waist deep. And then I did the water line coming back. And on Clearwater Beach, right where the low tide meets the wet sand, right where it just kind of goes up, that 2-foot section of sand to water is where I found all my gold rings on Clearwater Beach. When I say all, I mean 3. And then yesterday, I thought I found my 4th. Look at that nice little, I thought for sure that was gold. It's got the little top thing on the top for the engraving, but there is no markings on it, and I see some corrosion on the inside. I knew this one wasn't gold when it came out, but another ring there. And guys, I tied my best day ever on Clearwater Beach. Here was the first ring I found. I rang over it. It gave me a 17, which is always a ring for me on Clearwater Beach. And I looked down, and I could see that much sticking out of the wet sand. I could see a little bit of silver. I didn't even have to look for that, guys. and it's got some teeny little probably fake stones in it. And guys, I looked at it with my loop yesterday, 925CA, which I believe means Canada. So a 3-ring day on Clearwater Beach for Rob. Ty's my best day ever on the beach. Thank you, sir. A 3-ringer, as Denise would say. Mama's gone detecting. Miss Brenda's in the house. Wow, guys, 25, 26 people. Wow, we've never been at that at quarter after. Thank you very much, folks. Yeah, we're sitting here with the ceiling fan going, all the windows open. It is beautiful here, guys. But yeah, I spent 6 hours on Clearwater Beach yesterday. So for the first, we had our last metal detecting meeting of the year last Saturday. And we don't have a meeting in December due to the Christmas holidays and all the craziness. So everything found from that last day, the day after the last meeting, which was the 21st of November, all counts towards January's fine table. So that gives me 4 rings already for the fines table for January. I'm coming after you, Troy. Whimsy Maker in the house. Good morning, Whimsy Maker. Welcome. It's good seeing. It's good seeing some regular folks and a lot of new folks this morning. Thank you very much, guys. Look at that. You talk about Troy's name and boom, he pops up on the screen, guys. Dirt Trolling Troy Carmichael is in the room. Poor guy's got to probably working again. He's a working fool. Hey, Troy, if you're in the room just now, that ring I found with you Wednesday, it spins in the center. First time I've ever had a spinner ring. See it My Way 1 says it's going to be a heat wave here in Pennsylvania. It's supposed to hit 55. His ears were itching. Marty's saying good morning to everybody. Dennis is saying hello to Troy. We actually haven't met Dennis yet, but I'm sure we might. If we don't before Florida Hunt 7, we'll definitely meet him at Florida Hunt 7. Take care, all. Going to detect at 10 a.m. Lou, have a great day detecting. Find some good stuff, buddy. And thank you so much for stopping in this morning. I appreciate you being here. Mr. Greg Cahu is in the room. Another member of our metal detecting club. Greg and I got a chance to hunt with TJ a few weeks ago. And we were doing a median strip in between a 4-lane, I wouldn't call it a highway, but a 4-lane busy road across the street from a school. And I got my first silver dime ever on a median strip. Troy says he's saying hello to everybody, but his phone lags a little bit. But yep, guys, Greg's a member of our club, and he's at almost every single meeting. And he lives down near Troy and hunts some of the same areas Troy does. And I believe he's considering coming up to Florida Hunt 7. I hope he does. He'll be another member of our group up there. I've already put him down on the reservation for the restaurant. Oh, let me get that information. Oh, that's not the page I wanted. Alrighty, guys, here's their page. I've been talking to everybody about getting our group of 30, 35, whatever we've got that we all know each other that are coming to Florida Hunt 7. to try and get a little more bonding and a little bit more fun. I have found a restaurant that has a private dining room, part of their restaurant, that holds up to 40 people. And all right, my other computer's decided to go. So we'll do this on the phone and make this easy. Oh, wow. My computer just shut down all my pages. Okie dokie. Well, anyway, there's a restaurant called Crafty Bastards. I'm going to try and find it. I realize I'm not talking here. In Gainesville, and it is a sports bar with 60 craft beers on draft, and they have reserved us their back dining room for up to 40 people. And everybody that's with our group, here on the live stream on YouTube is part of the group, and they are giving us all kind of specials for our group. And anybody that comes in that mentions that they're at Florida Hunt 7 will also get specials, but they're doing a happy hour all night long for us for the beer. They're doing well drinks at buy one, get one free or half off. And then they're doing $1 appetizers for our group. So Kay says, put your friend Mary on the list. Kay, I will put her down as your +1. Okay. Kay and Mary. +1. Got it, Kay. Regina Gorkowski is in the room. My big sis. Wow, I sent her a text too. Didn't really think she'd join in, but here she is. Wow, thanks, sis. That's wild. I'm impressed you knew how to do this, guy. She's not a big social media person, so thanks for stopping in. And look at that. People don't even... And my cousin's here. Holly Bogrowski. Wow, guys, look at that. I've got 2 family members in the room. Hi to the famous Smiths. Yeah, Jim Steele. They are famous. They were very popular up at Florida Hunt 6. Holly, did you see that Dar's here? Marty, everybody's sleeping in. Got to get up early to watch Rob. That's right. That's a good attitude to have there. So, well, guys, thanks for saying hi to my family. That's great. Yeah, guys, when we go up to Florida Hunt 7, it's that Saturday night's going to be a good night. Like I say, the restaurant is doing it 1. JJ, I'm going to bring that piece I've been telling you I will mail to you for the last 6 months at Florida Hunt 7. Well, that's one way to bring it. Jason, this is the first year you can hunt on a Sunday in Pennsylvania. Wow. Wow, you couldn't go hunting, like deer hunting, on a Sunday. That's wild. Down here in Florida, you couldn't used to buy beer till 1 o'clock on Sundays. And then when Tampa Bay got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in '76, they had to change that because there was people that wanted to be drunk at kickoff, so they amended that to 11. And now that the Super Bowl is coming here this year, they're thinking of even canceling it just so people can get drunk even earlier on Sunday. Cheap beer. Yay! You got that right, Clark Scope. I've told everybody I am actually going to try 1 draft beer that night, guys. I don't hardly ever drink, but I will try a nice dark lager that night. You might be Robert and Melissa's +1. Well, I've already got your name down, Shane, so you're good to go. Mr. Charlie's in the room, digging it back. Welcome, Charlie. He was out at his deer camp, guys. It must be deer season all around. I guess it is. It's fall, guys. Gotcha, Jason. Yeah, Charlie's got a cool old building that his deer camp or his hunting camp is on. Oh, way to go, Troy. Rob, the lady who talked to us on our last time. Guys, Troy and I and Dalton. Troy and Dalton went down the first week. It's in Troy's video from last week. If you guys have not seen Troy's video from last week, 10 silver coins they pulled out of a city field that was a park back in the 1910s. And they thought they were the first people there to hit it because so much stuff came out of there. And then we talked to a neighbor and said that park's been hit for 10 years. Well, apparently they don't all have equinoxes because Troy and Dalton pulled 10 silver coins, including 3 barbers, a V-nickel, 2 buffaloes. I got this ring in that park. So Dalton and Troy missed one thing because I got the spinner ring. And then me and Troy pulled another 2 Wheaties out of it. But go check that out. That city is so friendly. We're not going to mention the city, but it's 150 miles south of here. Yeah, we did a long road trip. Troy and I put 288 miles on doing a road trip for the privilege of detecting this place. But the city is so friendly that the city employee that Troy and Dalton talked to the first week came by when Troy and I were talking, and we were telling her we were thinking of going to another place. She went back to her job site at City Hall, got a map of the city, and used a yellow highlight marker and highlighted all the city properties in the city for us, and then came back and gave us that map with all the highlighted city spots that we could go hunt, that the city allowed us to go hunt. So, and then she drove us around and showed us in her city truck where we could go hunt and gave us some spots that weren't even on the map. How's that for metal detecting friendly? Don't you wish every city was like that? Treasure hunting Southwest Pennsylvania is here. All right, Pat says he sent me a new bandana. Picture. Oh, Pat's got all kind of new stuff. All right, there's that first pic he sent. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Of course not. There's another sticker he's got. Ooh, and he's got some round ones too, guys. Oh, and he's doing Christmas stuff too, guys. Christmas 2020. Those are awesome, Pat. Absolutely awesome. Oh, and then he's got his stickers for the Advent giveaway starting soon, guys. I believe it's 24 days of giveaways Pat doing in a row for the Advent. Good morning, Texas Plug Riches. Welcome to the chat. I see you already know some stuff, people in here. That is great. I love it when channels come in and they know other channels here. That's just great. That's just great. Shane says he went hunting in the woods yesterday and his wife found her this morning. For you folks that don't know it, Shane is legally blind. So when he makes getting lost jokes, that's a man that can laugh at himself, and he's got a great personality and outlook on life, guys. So if we all think it's tough to find, my pinpointing skills are lousy. That's probably my weakest part of my detecting. And I can see, guys, and Shane has to do it all by sound and feel, guys. So I give him mucho credit. Uh-oh, where did I miss it? Greg said. Going bowling with the family. Greg, have a good time. Man, I haven't bowled in so long. I used to love bowling. My sister used to love bowling. How come we don't bowl anymore? Is Bill here? Is Papa Rouse here? Yes, he is. I miss Papa Rouse, but I saw his name. Wow, another Zoom member here. This is like Zoom City on YouTube. Texas here as well. Oh, and Messy Ho stopped by. Did James and Rebecca stop by? Man, it's going by so fast. I'm missing. Yes, it is. I'm new to the metal detecting scene. Yeah, you're new, all right. I wish I had a tenth of the amount of largies you do. Well, actually, I just wish I had one. Well, actually, I do have a largie, guys. Here, it was in this big silver collection I bought from Denise's parents, but it's probably not here on the desk right now because I put it out with my metal detecting stuff just so I could swing over it to see what the hell a largie would sound like. So, but good morning to James and Rebecca. Wow, Texas is here. This is great, guys. The chat is flying. It's hard for me to keep up with here. That's a good question, Jason. You enjoy detecting in the woods? Oh, show them the glass rat. Will do, Pat. All righty, let me scroll back, Pat. Guys, I want you to see something Park Rat Pat had made that I think are absolutely gorgeous. He had a glass blower make these. Guys, look at that. It's a glass rat with a little metal detector. And I believe Pat is going to give one of these away in his Advent giveaway. Now, is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? There's better with the tail. I just think that's cool as hell, guys. Oh, that's funny, Brenda. Thank you, Kay. Yes, Kay's from Northeast Texas. I believe Kay last year, and she may be this year unless somebody's coming from further and flying. I believe Kay was the furthest person away that came to Florida Hunt 6 last year, driving all the way from Texas. So, man, we really appreciated that, Kay. Reed's Art of Adventure. Welcome, Reed. Another Zoom person in the room. Oh, you're the man, Shane. Denise in the other room going, Shane. Kay is awesome, Messy Hole. Tin Cup Tim is here. Good morning, Tin Cup Tim. Thank you for saying good morning, Menardo Rob. I appreciate that. That name was given to me accidentally by my sister, my other sister, who was using Bluetooth in her car while we were texting each other. And her Bluetooth, her hands-free, when I told her I'd locked my keys in my car in Tampa when I was magnet fishing, that was just a total epic disaster day, guys. I did a video of that, and it's funny now, but it was I was not a happy camper. AAA didn't come get me for 5 hours. They blamed it on the tow company. The tow company blamed it on AAA, said they couldn't find me or the car. Sitting right on the side of the road next to the car, couldn't go anywhere. My wallet was in the car, didn't have a penny, didn't have my phone. I had to borrow a neighbor's phone, knock on somebody's door, and say, this is obviously pre-COVID days, can I use your phone to call AAA? And then when they didn't show up, when I went back to use his phone a second time, the guy wouldn't open his door. So it was a long day, guys. But I was texting my sister about it, and she called me a retard, which I know is politically incorrect. But the phone, the hands-free Bluetooth, didn't recognize that word. It came out as Menard. So I called her up and I said, hey, what's a Menard? And she goes, what are you talking about? And I said, you called me a Menard. What the hell's a Menard? And she goes, no, I called you a retard. I go, well, then we'll just use that word for it. So since I was an idiot today anyway, and locking my keys in the car, we will just go with Menardo. Yeah, it means you're an idiot. It means you're a moron. That's me doing stupid things. Like I was magnet fishing in Tarpon on a boat dock that a lot of, hi, there's Miss Athena. Hi, Miss Athena. She's going into her cubby, into her desk cubby. That's where I stay. Thugman can't bother me in there. She just crawled into her cubby while she was on. She walked in front of your keyboard? No, she went to the side, but everybody saw her going to her cubby. Hon, could you make me my last cup? Thank you, honey buns. So anyway, I was magnet fishing in Tarpon, and this boat came in with this rather hot girl in a bikini who was having an attitude fit with her group on the boat. and she went storming off, and Rob was tracking that with his eyes as I was throwing a magnet out in the water, and forgot to hold on to the end of the rope because my mind was elsewhere, and my magnet just went sailing out into the Gulf of Mexico, and that's the last time I've seen that magnet. So, welcome to the club. I am president, Phil says. Yeah, I guess we all do pretty dumb things every now and then. But yes, Robert, you're right. I was saying something about keeping bloopers. We're going to call them Menardo moments. Pat has already sent me one. I've got one from last week when I filmed an entire segment about something I found, and then as I realized it, I had it on selfie mode, and I did the entire description of what I found, but not showing the item because it was pointed at my fat face. Thank you, hon. So that will be part of the Menardo moments. So Clark's Cove, I'll get you my, I'll send you my phone number. Wow, everybody here knows each other. Yeah, please do. Oh, I did, Mayor. I threw. Let me tell you the story. I threw that magnet, and I came down the next week with a second magnet to try and retrieve the first one because I knew approximately where it was. So after about 10 throws of the second magnet trying to find the first magnet, it got caught up in the what do you call it? Not the mussels, but the clams. It got caught up in all the clam things, and I lost that one too because it got hung up and I couldn't pull it free. So I had to let that one go. So now I've got two magnets in the same spot. So I brought down a fishing rod and I put like 6 hooks on it, trying to see if I could get one of the ropes from one of them from a different angle and at least get one back. And of course, I got the hook snagged on the clams too and had to cut the line and lost those. But my neighbor Johnny just got a small John boat across the street, and he's also got a kayak. So I can take a kayak out there with a gig hook, and if I can kayak over top of them and grab one of the ropes with a gig hook, I can probably pull it straight up and I'll get one of them back. So I'm hoping to at least get one of my magnets back. But Charlie digging it back, folks, who's here this morning. Guys, if you haven't been over to his channel lately, he is running a giveaway. When my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, guys, we did 10 pieces of silver, 9 pieces of silver in a small mini gold bar. And I thought I was kicking butt for giving away all that silver and silver rounds. I thought it was phenomenal. Charlie's making me look bad. He's having a giveaway, guys, for I believe his 500 subscribers. And he is giving away so much silver that it's not even funny. You folks have to go in and get in on his giveaway. It is incredible. He's giving away silver and beautiful finds boxes. And he's giving away 2 big, nice, heavy magnets for magnet fishing. I want to win one of those because I want another magnet without having to buy one because I seem to keep losing them. So thank you, Mayor. What did Tim do? I'm missing things here. I tried magnet fishing once, and I still have the battle scars on my forehead. I'm 2 away from 300. Well, folks, let's get Texas Plug Riches. Hell, folks, we got to get him over 300. Let's get him way over 300 today. I'm writing him down right now. So, oh, absolutely. Pat's giving away a car for 1,000 subs? Well, that's awesome. Only kidding, folks. And Detecting Smiths are announcing the winner of their 700. Well, it should be me because they owe everything to me. No, but I'm so happy that Detecting Smiths channels. Yeah, everybody get over there and help out Texas Plug Riches. Oh, yeah, I'll give away my truck in a giveaway. Absolutely. And it's going to come. Denise says, please, somebody come take. Guys, Troy lives about 38 miles south of me. Okay, so I started my truck up Wednesday morning. It started up, ran perfectly fine because well, for you folks that don't know, I'm having some intermittent truck issues that we can't seem to find the problem. It's either an ignition timing problem with a vacuum line or sensor, or it's a fuel pump problem. And I have replaced almost every sensor, every vacuum, every relay except two. We've got two left to do. We've got the crankshaft sensor and the timing sensor. And if I change those, I'll have replaced every sensor in the truck. And it still runs like it's running on 3 cylinders, and it won't start sometimes. But on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, it ran absolutely perfect to 38 miles to Troy's. Started up the first time, it ran perfect to 38 miles back. Got up Thursday morning to play our traditional game of basketball with the guys that we've been doing on Thanksgiving morning for 30 years, and guys, it wouldn't start. So Denise had to take me up there. Mom had to take me up to basketball. And then that night, when I went to go move the truck out of the road where it broke down, it started up fine and parked it. And then yesterday down to Clearwater Beach, it ran absolutely perfect. Yeah, excuse me, Tin Cup Tim, we've already placed the oxygen sensor. Opportunity Knox, welcome. Yes, I'm giving away a truck. It comes with a disclaimer that drive it at your own peril, because I'm not saying it's going to run to get you to your next spot. Wow, treasure hunting Southwest PA. You guys still have inspections. We did away with inspections here in Florida about 30 years ago. Shane says he's giving away an ounce of gold when he hits 1 million subscribers. There's something we can all look forward to. And Miss Brenda wants everybody to check out Reed's Art of Adventure. She put his channel up there. Wow, Texas Plug Riches is probably going zooming by 300. That's right, Docs. I've got 2 trucks sitting out there. One runs sometimes, and one runs, except my starter is now sticking. So you can't, the starter, the solenoid that pops out will not pop back in, so it won't come off the flywheel. So it makes a horrendous noise when it starts because the starter won't disengage. So I'm having to put a starter in that now. But Denise thinks I should just sell both POS trucks and get one decent truck or SUV, which is what I'll probably do. KCMD Metal Detecting says he found a way for you to pan gold. Ooh, that would be way cool to see Shane panning gold. Boom, Mayor Videos with says Texas Plugs went way past 300. My wife gets the new car. I have the old truck and Bergman. Whimsy Maker, isn't that always the way? Denise drives a nice new car. Well, I don't have a real job, guys, so I don't want a car payment. So I joke and call it my POS truck. That truck has run perfect for me for the 2.5, 3 years that I've owned it, and I'm just starting to have problems with the last couple months. But from what I understand, about every Ford Ranger that gets around 175, 180,000 miles, something like this happens, and you just got to figure it out. So we'll get it figured out. Because besides that, it works great. It's got one of the best stereos I've ever had. It's got air conditioning. For 10 years, I drove a vehicle without air conditioning, so it's got air conditioning. It's got a good stereo. And if I get this bug figured out for the not running correctly, I'll be very happy with my truck. Mike's reminding everybody he goes live at noon today to pick the winner of his live November prize pack. He has some cool prize pack, guys. So if you get a chance at noon and you're not out detecting or it's too damn cold, go over and check Mike M.A. Lyman 24's giveaway results and hopefully see if you're a winner. Park Rat Pass, being a role model is my full-time job. He says, Pat says he's going to walk up to Florida Hunt 7 and start shaking people's hands, and says, it's good that you get to meet me. Aren't you happy that you finally get to meet me? Eric Stratton, damn glad to meet you. See, Denise is adding her 2 cents from the background. She's in measuring the new bathroom for the tile, guys. We're getting there. The walls are all sanded. And we're going to start texture painting today.
Did you show?
Yeah. That was a Denise sighting, guys. I'm amazed I actually got her on film there. She's measuring for her beautiful tile she got for that room. She says, do you want to go down to tile? What is it called? Floor and decor?
Yeah.
Do you want to go down to floor and decor and pick out the floor tile with me? And I went, no. And she goes, why? I go, because I'll spend an hour and a half down there with you. You'll ask me your opinion on 10 different tiles, and I'll say, oh, I like this one. This one's really nice. And then you just pick whatever the hell tile you want and disregard me. So let's just save Rob the hour and a half of being ignored.
You're no fun.
She says, I'm no fun. Kay says, she spotted a Denise.
It's a Denise sighting.
It was a Denise sighting. Thank you, Southwest PA. I can't take all the credit of it. My buddy Steve, who's a master craftsman, has been coming over on his days off, and he actually spent Sunday. He's a very religious guy. Another reason why I don't know why he hangs around with me, but he did all the framework. There's the outer wall for the new closet we put in. Now you can't see it from here, but anyway, and there's the cement board where the shower is going to be. So we completely ripped out the old bathroom down to the cement. Mally Man, $2 million. That's it. One show. Goodbye. I'm out of here. Thanks, Mike, for the $2 chat. Super chat. Appreciate it. He catches it. Brenda says, I catch you on camera and it's in the bathroom. LOL. Brenda says he finally gets her on camera and she's in the bathroom.
I'm measuring. I'm not.
Oh, that's hilarious. Thanks very much, Mike. That's very nice of you. Much appreciated. That'll send my percentage up for the month, shooting up instead of shooting down. Texas Plug Riches, we do not get serious here, sir. Merrill calls himself the Fun Channel, so I can't. Or the Fun Club, so I can't steal that. But we don't try and get too serious around here. I wish it was warm enough to have our door open up here. Oh, James, it's nice here, buddy. There's the screen door open. Sorry about all the construction material, guys. But there's our sliding door to the pool patio open. The windows behind me are open. And it's probably about 74, 76 in the house. It's absolutely perfect. Mike says he's the funny looking channel. I don't know, Mike. Everybody has a really good time on your live streams too, buddy. Knox says he was a gentleman and he closed his eyes while you were in the bathroom.
Oh, I'm over
All right. Well, I wasn't going to bring it up, Chad, because I didn't know if you wanted people to know. But guys, unfortunately, Chad and his family have come down with COVID-19. His daughter got it from a schoolmate and brought it home unknowingly. And they were heading off for Thanksgiving vacation when they started feeling bad. And they had themselves checked, and they have it. So they are self-quarantining, and they are home. So Chad will not be on the beach for a couple of weeks. And we all wish, he says his daughter's already feeling better. So that's awesome. And I hope Chad's feeling better too. So 29 degrees in Ohio. 9 degrees in Wisconsin. Holy crap.
What does Sam Kennison say? Move.
Yeah, Sam Kennison said, I know how to solve world hunger. Move to where the food is. Well, that's what I'm telling you people. Move to where the warmth is. 6 hours in the water on Clearwater Beach yesterday, guys. Was it a little chilly? Yes, it was. The water was about 75 or 76. And but once you got in, it was nice. And sorry we couldn't find that lady's ring. But for those that joined late, I did get 3 ring finds on Clearwater Beach yesterday. I thought this little one here would be gold. It's got that nice little top for an engraving. I was absolutely positive that was going to be 14 or 10K, but it's not marked. This one is just some fancy looking gold metal. But my little one here with the small stones in it, there you go, is marked 925CA. So I'm assuming that is Canada. So I did get one silver off the beach yesterday. And then last week with Troy, got my stainless steel spinner from an old park with, and that was only about 3 inches down. That rang up a solid 11 on the Knox. Never moved off 11. So, and then this ring that I thought was gold was in the wet sand about 2 feet from the water line. Guys, this gave me a solid 21 on the Knox, an absolute perfect zinc penny signal, which was I was totally expecting to come out of there. And you get a zinc penny and you put your pinpointer down and a ring pops out that looks like gold. Guys, got to dig your zinc penny signals. That especially on the beach, that was just incredible. And then the silver ring, like most all my rings do on the beach, that was a 16, 17. If you get a 17 on the beach, guys, there's a dang good chance that's going to be a ring with the Knox. Randolph Relic Recovery, Triple R is in the room. Who has been helping me fix my truck. Well, he's been giving me some really good suggestions. Yeah, you got that right. For sale, 1998 Ford Rangers. Runs great sometimes. Martin, what I'm saying right now, it's an every other day truck. People say, oh, it's my great everyday driver. Nope. Mine's my every other day driver. My truck's going to get a YouTube channel of its own. Mr. Robert Lee, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Thank you. Appreciate you saying for nice finds. Mike says he has to split like a banana and go see his mom before his stream. See you at noon. Mike, I will try and stop in, sir. Thank you so much for spending so much time in the chat here with us this morning. Oh, we have hit 30 people, folks. That's a pretty high number for us. You want to do a giveaway?
You do.
I'm already so many prizes behind, which I'm trying to get out tomorrow. But sure, let's do a giveaway. What do you want to do?
I'm not staying. I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
I've got to go get some tile for the floor.
Are you going to take your other two tiles so you make sure you get the same stuff?
I took a photo of the box.
I would throw a tile in with you, hon, just to make sure it matches absolutely perfect.
I got the SKU number from the box.
Okay, all right. Well, sometimes even with a SKU number, the tile looks a little bit different. Shane has to go. Thanks for stopping by, Shane. Appreciate it, buddy. Texas Plug Riches, thanks so much for stopping by. Jim Steele says, my neighbor got the virus. Oh, my God, he died 6 days later. Randy Fields, my condolences to his wife. Absolutely, Jim. I'm glad that it seems to be hitting Chad and his family in a light way. I didn't know it until my best friend Steve, the guy who's helped me with the bathroom, he told me one of our other guys that we play basketball with won't be there on Thanksgiving morning because he got it back in March at the very beginning. And guys, it's just now November, and he says he's just now getting his stamina back. And he's a very healthy 58-year-old guy who works out and is in pretty good shape, unlike me. So that's right. Denise says rounds of shape. So we're not going to get into the political discussion here about COVID. Some people seem to think it's no different than the flu. And like I say, we're not going to get political here on the channel. But when you start having people that you know getting sick or dying from this, it makes it pretty dang real. So, but okay, I'm assuming you're talking to a different Robert. Oh, Weigolds. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if he answers. Who's that Opportunity Knox guy? Martin, you missed Florida Knox was here too. He gave one of those rare, red belly pheasant sightings. So, well, that's awesome, Jim. If your county's that low, that's awesome. Treasure hunting Southwest PA, yes. Yeah, this rang in on like an 18, so I figured it wasn't real gold. But the little ring, even though it rang in on 21, I don't know if you guys can see that close up or not, but man, because my camera's not focusing up close, but man, I really thought that was a little gold ring, especially with that top part that you can engrave your initials or something. And I'll test it. I got a gold tester, so I'll test it, but it's not marked and it's got a little bit of discoloration on the inside. So if I'll test it, and if it comes back iffy, I'll take it to my jeweler. But yeah, that rang in a solid 21. But and then the stainless steel was 11, and then the silver was a 17. And this was, when I rang over the 17, I looked down, guys, and I could see a tiny little bit, about that much shine right there. I didn't even have to dig for it. I just put the corner of my scoop and took out a little teeny piece of sand. And I had a whole crowd of people around me when I dug out this gold, when they were like, "You ever really find anything with that thing?" That's the number one question you get asked on the beach. "You guys really ever find anything with that thing? Do those things find anything?" And then I had a crowd of like 10 people on the beach around me when that baby cop out. And that answered every question they asked. And then when you say to them, "Yeah, I find stuff every day. You ever found gold?" "Yes." "You ever found a diamond?" "Yes." Some lady goes, "I'm thinking about doing this. How much is that machine you use?" I said, $1,000. Well, maybe I won't be doing that. But guys, you don't need a $900 Knox. You can $300. The fourth guy that helped us in the ring hunt yesterday, Mr. Stan, he was out there. You just say nope. Reach says, "Nope, I never find anything." Oh, that's great. Bye, hon. See ya. You don't want to give me a kiss on screen?
No.
Okay. No kiss for Rob. The new name, the Silver Knox. I would have been happy with that. The Silver Knox, the Silver Whisperer, the Silver Sleuth. I had all kind of nicknames for Dalton before he picked out his new channel name. $700 some cases, $500 some active, but only one death. Keep praying. Absolutely, Jim. Florida reported, I think, 3,932 new cases yesterday. That's just insane. Tim says he seems to always attract a crowd out detecting. That's why only showers in the winter. Oh, thanks, Pat. Smooches, Pat says. Randolph, I always tell him it costs $4,000 for an entry-level machine. Oh, that's hilarious. Hey, Pat, let's wait to give away any of your stuff till next week. I'm trying to get caught up on all the giveaways we've been doing. So, but I do know that I'm going to be doing a Christmas giveaway, and I think I've got my 12 or 1,300 sub giveaway to do. So you guys are going to be seeing this copper or brass round, beautiful Christmas round, with the deer on one side and the gentleman pulling his Christmas tree on the other side. That will be coming to a giveaway near you soon. And what else do we have in the box of coins here? We have a peace dollar. We have a Morgan. I believe that's a Morgan. Yes. So and then we have a replica of a California $20 gold piece. Yeah, we got some cool stuff from the father-in-law. So we have a whole case of silver, guys. And then we got some more of the copper brass rounds that are copies of the United States $20 gold piece. Yep, we got some replicas of those. We got all kinds of stuff we can give away, guys. I'm not even cleaning these. Look at that. Miss Cynthia Swearingen, were your ears ringing? We were talking about you earlier, ma'am. Randolph, Denise told me to give this to you. Thank you, Martin. Wygolds, Robert says, my Thanksgiving giveaway ends 12/1/20, and I'll be doing another giveaway for Xmas. Fantastic, guys. Go to each other's channels. I mean, Mike's doing his prize wrap up The Smiths are doing their prize wrap up. Charlie digging it away. He's having a giveaway. Weigold Roberts having a giveaway. Guys, we got so many stuff to enter. I have won several giveaways. I've won 2 from Liz up at Digging Canuck. She sent me some coins. Green Mountain Metal Detecting Brad, I won one of his giveaways last year. He sent me one of his Green Metal Mountain Detecting t-shirts. I won a giveaway from Pat where I got my Park Rat Metal Detecting. You're just one hole away from a very good day. I wore that on the beach one time in the water, guys, and there was a group of teenage girls out there, and they took that the wrong way and just started laughing their asses off. So, yeah, guys, get over to Weigold's. I'm going to write that down. But see, guys, we get introduced to a few new channels today that come in. Oh, Mayor, you're welcome. I don't know if you're talking about me or the other Rob, but look at that. And here Bill's joining in. Well, the kids are starting to stir. I guess I should go feed them. Let them feed themselves, Jason. Let them feed themselves. That's what they make cold cereal for. All right, there's Brenda putting a link in the guys to Weigold's channel. Papa Ralph's Bill is giving away a new Dentex pinpointer when he hit 500 subs. That is awesome, Bill. I was so happy. One of my early subscribers, when I did my 900 subscriber and gave away all that metal detecting stuff, my grand prize was the Garrett Carrot pinpointer, and I was so happy that one of my earliest subscribers, Thor's Treasure over in Scotland, won it. Of course, it cost me something like $36 to send that pinpointer over to him in Scotland. But guys, I know he really appreciated it. He uses it all the time, and that was awesome. And if I ever get another channel sponsor that sends me a pinpointer or something like that, we'll be doing that again. EE Detecting on eBay sent me that, and he's also sent me a whole bunch of other stuff that I've given away. And he sells some good metal detecting stuff on eBay for a pretty reasonable price. So, Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter, that is really close. Holy smokes. Tim, you are just too freaking hilarious. Sprinkle some cereal on the floor and let the kids free range. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Well, guys, it's pretty easy to remember mine and Denise's anniversary. We met the day after New Year's, so January 2nd is not too hard. And her birthday is exactly 7 days before Valentine's Day. So I got lucky there, guys. I got a couple easy days to remember. Not that that means I always do. Wow, 26 years. Well, congratulations, Las Vegas. Yep, I knew Brenda would put it on there without me having to say it. There's Papa Rouse's channel, Bill. She's putting his channel up there too. Yeah, guys, Pat's inviting everybody to a Zoom. I'll put it here. Pat puts it at the beginning of all his videos, but that is the phone number for Pat Zoom. Guys, please come join us on Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. And we also come back on at 10. Of course, sometimes it goes right through. And if you're some Zooms will ask you for a password, some don't. If it asks you for the password, just type in that same phone number with no spaces. Just type it in as 10 straight numbers. Take it to the next level, Miss Denise Kidder. That's fine, Denise. We're going strong here an hour later, so welcome. Denise is a new subscriber of mine, folks, who lives down near Clearwater Beach, and I had the privilege of meeting her and getting to hunt with her a few weeks ago. Mama Brenda says we had 33 years on December 19th. Well, congratulations there too, Brenda. That's all right, Kay. Nobody would put up with me till Denise took me in. So, oh, and she told me if everything went wrong and we lost the house, all she needs is her Disney pin collection, her cats, and then like a minute later she thought, and then she went, "Oh, and you." And I was like, "Wow! Not only did I barely make the list, I'm after the cats and after her Disney pin collection." See, look at that. You finished ahead of me. There's a spot. Hi, bud. And your sister is in the cubby right there. But yeah, guys, I guess Denise is serious. Well, all cat owners are serious. Epic Adventures in Paradise. Good morning. Hey, that's my club president, Howard. I almost forgot his new channel name, guys. That is Howard. He's our club president. And he just started a YouTube channel called Epic Adventures in Paradise. And he is, I think, just put his second or third video up, guys. And one of his videos is him actually scuba diving on a ring call out. Our metal detecting club, SARC, S-R-A-R-C, Suncoast Research and Recovery Club, is the #1 ring finding club in the United States, or actually North America, maybe the world. Why? Because we've got 60 to 80 miles of Pinellas coastline that is all beaches: Clearwater Beach, Indian Rocks Beach, St. Pete Beach, Reddington Beach, Bel Air Shores. And anyway, and we got 2 ring call outs yesterday. The one that I led in Clearwater, where unfortunately we didn't find it. And Howard went on his second scuba diving. Howard is a certified diver, and he actually found a ring that a gentleman lost off his 39-foot sailboat. He's putting bug spray on, and he took his ring off and hit it with his arm, and his wedding ring went bloop right over the side of the yacht. And they called our ring finders organization, and it was the guy said it was about 8 feet of water, but Howard said it turned out to be about 11 feet of water. So he had to put his scuba gear on, and he used his new Nocta pulse dive, and said when he got a signal and he couldn't find it, he went over it again with the pulse dive, and he's got the new 8-inch coil. So as soon as he got the signal, he put his hand through the middle of his pulse dive coil, felt something hard, and came out with the man's ring, and they were super excited about that. So congratulations, Howard. Folks, go over and check out Epic Adventures in Paradise, and you'll get to see a nice scuba ring recovery. So our club even does scuba ring recoveries. So we actually had 2 ring recoveries yesterday at the same time going on. And our club has returned over 600 rings and pieces of jewelry to people, all with no charge, just for donations only. Tin Cup Tim, I'm on good terms with him most of the time. We call him Thugman because he had a twin brother. Denise got them as little teeny little kittens about this big, and we came home either last Christmas or the Christmas before, and his brother had passed away on the floor, and he was sitting there licking his brother. It was the saddest thing you've ever seen. And our vet wound up telling us that he had a enlarged heart and had some type of heart embolism. So it was a fast thing. And so we didn't want him to be alone. So we got him Miss Athena from the shelter. And she's just a wonderful kitty that we rescued from the shelter. But he tries to play with her like he played with his brother. And he gets a little rough sometimes, so she wants nothing to do with him. So we call him Thugman. Clark's Cove, thank you, Robert and Melissa. Thank you for subscribing to Epic Adventures in Paradise. Robert says he's got to get back to his sculpting. Well, that's cool. Thanks, Rob. And Bill says, my 4th wife has put up with me for 15 years, and that's a record. Oh, Denise putting up with me for 20 years is definitely a record for me, guys. I had never gone longer than 5 years until Denise put up with me. I don't think she puts up with me. It's just that I won't leave. So, yep, 11 feet with no visibility. I would have definitely wanted to get a light there, Howard. My first wife, who was also my 3rd wife, left me, but it was my fault. I forgot to tell her she couldn't date other people after. Oh my God, that's great, Martin. Got to take Bosco out before he Pops in the house. I think you mean poops, but that's okay. Oh. Is DK here? Did DK sneak in? Adventures in Dirt. Good morning, Mr. DK. Adventures in Dirt, the weekly dirt. Guys, the coolest channel out there. It lets you know the finds in the metal detecting community around the world and shows you some of the best finds every week. And I have been honored and privileged enough and humbled enough to be on 2 of Ken's weekly dirt episodes. One for my gold, solid gold medallion Freemasons find, and my other one for the oil lamp I found that was 95% complete and had a patent date on it of 1896. I found it in a dump site on a 1918 house that Dalton and I detected. He was with me and helped me dig it out, and it came out 98% complete. Obviously, just doesn't have the glass flute on it, but it actually is complete that I can rebuild it if I glue it back together. Excuse me, put a flute on it, and it'll look complete. So welcome, DK. You do a wonderful show every week. It comes out with a new show every Sunday evening, guys. Please check him out and his digging buddy 5280's Adventures. So let's see what else is going on. So everybody knows DK. DK does rule, Martin. You are exactly right. Ken is awesome. I have said when I get out Colorado, guys, I would be honored to go out digging with Ken and his buddy from 5280. Charlie, thank you very much. Yeah, DK, Miss K's digging it, who is a fan of everybody's channel and leaves a comment. Her and Cynthia leave a comment on every one of my videos, and she has just put out her first video. So anybody that's not subscribed to Miss K's digging it, please go check out her first video. Yeah, you're exactly right, Martin. You and Pat are legends in your own mind. That is exactly right. Jim, I'm going to say yes to that. Man, I thought I was showing my age when we had a rotary phone and a TV remote was your father telling you as a kid, get up and change the channel. That was having a remote. Clark's Cove, we still use oil lamps. They're still using a string and 2 cans for their internet. Thank you, Denise. Hit the like button. But guys, Miss Denise has had some back and neck surgery, so she's a little disabled. So when she came to the beach and hunted with me, when I met her on Clearwater Beach, she was nice enough to bring a little pool cart that had 2 beach chairs so I could rest my weary legs while I hunted with her, and we had a heck of a good time. We would hunt some, sit and rest some, and BS and get to know each other, get up and hunt some more. That was a fun day down at Clearwater Beach. Thank you, Brenda, checking out Kay's channel. Wow, Robert Lee says the oldest coin he found so far is an 1838 large cent. I can tell you, Robert Lee, that is Dalton and I's #1 coin to find. Well, it's Dalton's #1 coin to find now. Mine is still a 1800 silver or a seated, but Dalton took care of that this summer by getting both in one coin. He got an 1852 or 1862 seated half dime out of a church lot that had 3 1800 houses on it that has been hunted for 10 years. And we've also Dalton and I have each eked out two Indians out of that property and numerous Wheaties, and it's been hit for 10 years. Oh, Martin, that's great. Oh, I got to tell my joke here. I got to tell my dirty joke that's clean. All right, I told a few of you this. Pat was rolling on the floor. He goes into a bar, and he's sitting at the bar, and he turns to the guy next to him. He goes, I'm not sure, but I think my wife's dead. And the guy turns to him, he goes, you think your wife's dead? How can you not be sure? He goes, well, the sex is the same, but there's a lot of dishes piling up in the sink. Simon's here. Oh my God, we are a virtual who's who of everybody now. That's just hilarious, Martin. Wow, Robert says he found an 1897 V-nickel at the beach 2 weeks ago. I can tell you guys, unlike Charlie up there digging it back up in the Panhandle that had a beach that's been around since the 30s or 40s, when that hurricane came in and washed that 4 feet of sand out, and Charlie and his digging partner Dave just had an epic 2 hunts up there, and he got the 20 or 30 silvers from the 30s and 40s, including his first silver halves. We don't have those kind of cuts or storms over here, and even though Clearwater Beach was down from the storm we had last week, we might have been finding a few deep coins, but we didn't find any old coins. I have found one Wheatie on Clearwater Beach and one Wheatie from my little video for my 50-year-old swimming hole that I went and did the video on. And that's it, guys. At the beach, I've only found those 2 older coins. Never any silver coins, never any old V-nickels or buffaloes. Chad from Wig TV, I believe, found a buffalo on the beach not that long ago. But wow, that would be exciting as hell finding a V-nickel at the beach or silver. I'm gonna have to remember that joke, Martin. He's a 90-pound boxer and his poop is as big as a small car. I guess so. We don't want that in the house. Well, thanks for joining us. Simon sent me a text earlier saying if you guys are still on at 10, I'll be getting home at 10. So we're doing good here, guys. Simon, you just got here. This is the ring I found with Troy on Wednesday. It is a stainless steel, and it is my first spinner ring. Every now and then it gets a little crunchy from the dirt in there. And then Simon on Clearwater Beach yesterday. Unfortunately, neither one of the gold ones are real gold, but the little thin one, silver, is 925 silver. So 3 rings is the best day I've ever had on Clearwater Beach, but my other hunt with 3 ring day, 2 were gold and the third one looked gold, but it wasn't. So that was only the second time in my entire life I've had 2 golds in one day. Thanks, Simon. My wife needed help identifying good from bad mushrooms. Oh, you're just so bad. Thank you, sir. Oh, wait, Robert said he found a 1916 Merc at the beach earlier this year. See, Tampa Bay is just not, our beaches. I mean, yeah, we were a destination in the 20s for people. So, I mean, I guess we're as old as Charlie's Beach up there digging it back, but it's just when Clearwater Beach has just got too high of a layer of sand. We're never going to get down to that unless we have a major storm here, and I would prefer not to have a major storm just so I could find a few silver coins. And Howard says from Epic Adventures, we should have our second video out showing this in recovery 11 feet down. That is awesome. We had the police called on us yesterday by an off-duty cop while curb stripping. How did that go, Simon? What happened? Oh, Robert, that would be wonderful. I was really hoping for a 4th ring yesterday so I could tell you folks I had my best day ever with a 4th ring on the beach. And I tried, guys. I was there 6 hours, but I just couldn't find that. If I'd have found that lady's ring, I could have called it a 4th ring day, and then I would have felt great because we would have found her ring. Brenda says, Simon, you should not have been stripping on the curb. The cop was nice, but her what tried to tell us that public easement is private property. No, it's not. That's why they call it public easement, because it belongs to the city, county, or state to use as easement, that they don't need to get your permission when they run cables on or put a truck on to get to the power lines. That's right, Kay. She was wrong. You tell them. you have to take care of it like it's your property. You have to mow the lawn and maintain the area, but it's technically public easement. Dalton and Troy got kicked off an easement once by this lady kept telling them to leave, and they went and did the easement in front of another neighbor, and he came out and said, "Don't worry about that lady. She's the neighborhood Nazi." And Dalton said, "Oh, really?" And he goes, "Yeah." They go, "Literally, she used to be a female warden of a female prison, and she still thinks she's running the prison here when she tries to rule the neighborhood." And I was just rolling. I thought that was hilarious when Dalton told me that story. So, Simon, did you have to leave? Ooh, that's a red mad face. You might be blowing a gasket there, Kay. Did you guys move on? See, I'm waiting for that to happen once when I'm doing a public easement and they tell me no, it's private property. And then I'm going to say, well, I'm going to stay here and do it. And they're going to say, well, you're trespassing. Then I'm going to say, well, then you're going to have to arrest me. And then when we go to court, we'll see if it was public easement or not. And I expect Troy to be sitting right there next to me in jail. Yeah, you're right, Reed. You tell him, Kay. Well, Rebel Rouser Rob here would have, I would have filmed her right back. Every neighborhood has an Edna Kravitz. You got that right. Well, I don't like jail either, Reed, but Andrew pulled two Rosies, though. Well, congratulations to Mr. Andrew. Good job. I cannot wait to see you guys up in Florida Hunt 7. Reed, it would be really great if you could make it out there, buddy. I know it's a long trip for you, but if you fly in, Reed, I'm sure one of us can come pick you up at Gainesville Airport. I believe we all probably feel that way, Weigold, Robert. Wow, the off-duty cop was very aggressive. This came out like he was going to fight us. You know what curbs that? You know what curbs that aggressive off-duty cop? A call into the police department with a complaint, because it always worked against me. That's right, Kay. Kay's going to be our sergeant at arms up there at Florida Hunt 7. Wow, Reed, I knew you were over there, Reed, but I didn't know you still had a house. Oh, that's right. That's right. You did talk about that in Zoom. That it's a lot of paperwork to sell a house in Germany. You got to go through a lot of steps over there. That's right. You did mention that. Brenda, that's a very good question, and I will put that in my notes, Brenda, to look that up. I do know that some cities are more friendly about understanding that it's that way and letting you do it, and other cities are like the one that the cop escorted us to the mayor's office, and I got into a big huge argument with the mayor, who put her fingers in my face, and I told her to get her fingers out of my face, or she'd be explaining that in front of the next city council meeting. Uh, that day didn't go well. Oh, you're gonna fly into Jacksonville? Okay, well that's not too far away. That's right. That's exactly right, Howard. That's right. You start videoing them back, they calm right down. There was a guy. The last time I flew, guys, when my cousin passed away and I went to his funeral, there was some idiot that got on the plane and just started. I don't know what his problem was, but he just started belittling the two flight attendants, and he was just being nasty, and he was just calling them. So I told him to just sit down and shut up, and he's like, mind your own effing business, and he started filming me. And I was like, okay, well, two can play that game. I took out his phone. I said, partner, you want to be an ass on the plane? I'll be happy to film you for the cops. You can't film me. You're filming me. I said, you're being the jerk to the stewardesses, to the flight attendants. And I just kept the camera on him until he sat down and never said another word. And one of the flight attendants leaned into me and said, thank you very much for that. And I said, I just can't stand assholes like that. Good answer, Simon. That's a really good answer. The angry cop told us we could dig anyone's curb strip except his, and you said you thought they were all private property. You didn't respond to that. You see, you lose use logic with these people, and they just can't take that. That's great, Simon. Oh, Reed, that's great that you're flying in, or yeah, or Weigold's. That's great you're flying in. I'm happy to hear it. Rusty Digger, yeah, I just avoid confrontations. And some days I'm like that, and other days if I feel like I'm right, I want to press it on a little bit. But I was polite when the guy at the construction site that Dalton and I were doing with Park Rep Pat, TJ, my club president Howard. We were there for the last night after they skimmed it, and the guy came by right just before dark at sunset and said, "Hey boys, you're gonna have to make this your last night on this site because it's turning into a construction site." And I was like, well, the foreman said we can hunt. And he goes, yeah, well, I'm the foreman's boss. I own the company. So as of tomorrow, this is going to be a designated construction site. And I said, yes, sir, no problem. And we hunted as far as we could till night that time, guys, because we knew it was going to be the last night get there. And of course, just before we leave, Mr. Dalton has to pull another silver. Preserving the past archaeology, Mr. Chris from formerly Copperhead Metal Detecting. Welcome, Mr. Chris. That's true, Rusty Digger. I could understand that. That's true. But wow, this is great. Weigold's is flying in. Kay's coming in from Texas. Well, Reed, I can understand that. Oh, it's great to have Chris join us. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. I was on Clearwater Beach yesterday. Chris got 3 rings. We were there for a ring hunt. We looked 3 hours for the ladies' ring. 4 of us, 3 of us, 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. And unfortunately, we couldn't find it. I think somebody got to us hunting before we were able to get down there the next day and find it. But I hunted for 3 hours after we did her hunt. So I spent 6 hours in the water yesterday on Clearwater Beach and got 3 rings, Chris. And Kay says we have some people coming in from the northern states also this year. That's great. Oh, Rusty Digger driving in from New Jersey. Oh, I'll have to check, Rusty Digger. That might be just about as far as Kay's coming from Texas. That'll be close. You may even be a little further. That would be awesome if you could make it, Rusty. That'd be great. But Simon, I was telling the room earlier for the restaurant reservations for the back room for our group of 40. You and Andrew are already on it. Kay's already on it. She's asked me to put her friend Mary down as a +1. I will do that today. And if Rusty Digger gets down, he will obviously be on our FH7 group. I'm also going to ask the restaurant if they would sponsor a silver round for the giveaway at the drawing Saturday afternoon at Florida Hunt 7 like we had last year under the tent. There were some great prizes given away there, guys, including 2 metal detectors. Jason, Detecting Smith's wife, won a brand new Simplex last year. Another guy won an Equinox 600. Troy won his really nice Lesh digging shovel. Pat got a really, really nice expensive watch. I got a display case. A lot of people won stuff, guys. And oh, if there's some West Gold diggers coming, Weigold's, that would be awesome. Chris, I just got me a Dell Latitude 3450. Now that I'm looking at it, I had to get it 3 weeks ago because I went to go do a live stream that morning, and my screen wouldn't come on. I could hear the computer power up my laptop, but the screen wouldn't come on, so I had to cancel. I had to do a quick video, cancel the stream. And I have a computer guy down the street, a young kid who, like every young person, knows these things in and out. And he called me up the next day and said, your motherboard's bad. I can replace it for $179 with labor, or I have this nice Dell laptop sitting here for $279 that has 5 times the amount of memory and storage yours does, and it's about 3 times faster. And I went, oh, for $100, we'll take that. And the camera didn't work on it, so I bought me. How am I going to show this? I can't show it. I bought me a plug-in high def camera for it. And now, guys, when I hit go live, I literally just hit one button. I keep the camera plugged in. As soon as I hit the go live, my red light comes on my camera, and then it says, and then I can see myself in the background of the picture, and then I just hit go live at 10 a.m. and that's all I got to do, guys. Hit 2 buttons, and I'm live. So it's a Dell Latitude, Chris, with the Intel Core i5 processing core, and I can tell you, it is way faster than my old one, and it literally has almost as much storage capacity as my desktop PC. Ah, okay, Robert. I would have gone to Florida hunt 6 hours in the neighborhood, but left right before it started when COVID was still growing in China. Yeah, we really hadn't heard about it much over here. Wait. I just saw on Facebook that someone found a $25,000 diamond ring. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. My most expensive ring we found on Ring Finders is a $10,000 ring. Well, we found two of them. One lady donated $500 to the club, and the other people for the ring we found out in the Gulf of Mexico, 3 miles out in the salt flats, that they took us out there on their pleasure cruiser boat and lived on the water, stiffed our club and didn't give us a donation after spending 4 guys 3 hours in waist deep water in the salt flats, finding her $10,000 ring, and then they stiffed the club without a donation, owning their own waterfront home, their own boat, and their own restaurant. And if they're listening today, I hope you feel great. Good morning, Gina. Good morning, Miss Gina R. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. And there's Kay and Simon and Rusty talking about digging drunk. That's right. There's no rule about drinking. Can't dig drunk. You just got to fill your holes. Of course, it probably makes it a little tougher to fill a good hole when you're drunk and get up. I have enough trouble getting up when I'm sober. Well, it just looks like you're doing V patterns, Weigel. Just looks like. That's a good question, Howard. Where was that, Chris? Where was that Facebook ring that was the $25,000 ring on Facebook? Where was that found, sir? If you know. Chris, I can't answer that. The best person to ask for that would be Charlie digging it back. I know he's a member of Ring Finders, and when I joined Ring Finders through my club, Chris, I didn't know well, let me rephrase this. When I joined Ring Finders, since our club does it on a donation only basis, I didn't even know that there was a gentleman that set up this organization as kind of a pay for play, and that you have to pay for your territories. Obviously, our club pays the Ring Finders fee, which I didn't know about, and we have Clearwater Beach and like South Pinellas County is our like two areas that when you check Ring Finders shows our club. And we do it on a donation basis, but since we do over 500 calls, we get about 500 calls, well, 300 to 500 calls a year, and we get thousands of dollars donated to our club. It's worth our small fee. So I believe the way it works, Chris, is if you pay I can't remember if it's $35 or $60 fee to the Ring Finders organization, you get two areas. If they're not taken by somebody within 30 or 50 miles, you get two areas you can say. So say you live in, Chattanooga, Tennessee, you could put down Chattanooga and then some suburb or something. So if there's, and guys, some guys charge a base fee to come out, whether they find it or not. Some people do it as if we find it, we charge. If we don't, I'm not familiar with that just because our club does it all on a donation. So. Well, thank you, SWPA. Appreciate that. Don't know for sure where it was found, but it was found on the beach. Okay, well, ours was in about 3 feet of water. But that was a good question, Howard. I didn't even think to ask that. Good question. Ring hunters is more than 35. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 35 or 60. I just know that under our group, there's a group of us in our club that we signed the form up to be ring finders, and we adhere to the ethics of the the ring finder code. And our club does it to where if the organizer gets a call and he sends a team out the next day, the team is not told where the ring's at or until they meet with the person and let the person show them. So there's nobody going there the night before looking for it, and you're not supposed to start the hunt until all members of the hunt get there together. So everything's above board and legit. 65 annuals annual. Okay, I was close with 60. Whether it's worth it or not, I don't know. Charlie digging it back is he's a member, and I know he's gone on several ring hunts in his area. So you can ask him if you think him finding the rings he finds for people pays for his membership. That's a good question, though. Miss Kay's digging it, says she's got a run family coming over for brunch. Ooh, that sounds really good. Even though Miss Denise made me eggs and sausage for breakfast, and then I toasted a bagel. So I had bagels, bagels, eggs, and sausage for breakfast. But definitely enjoy, Kay. That's great. Three exclusive locations is $195 annually. Wow, I did not realize, Chris, it was that much money. Wow. But so I guess their base package is 65, and you get what, one area? But wow, 3 areas location. Hi, Janine. Thank you, Janine. See, guys, they've been doing it for our club for years, so they know a lot more about it than us and I do. But I didn't realize it was that much, Janine. Of course, it more than pays for itself with our donations to our club. Howard's watching you on the big screen. Well, thank you, Howard. Appreciate that. I just know when I watch a video on the big screen, I just have to make sure I come in and leave my comments on the computer, because trying to do that remote and leave comments on the big screen is just a pain. So that's why if Denise is watching one of her shows, I'll just watch my videos on the PC, and that way you can leave your comments right when you watch them and you don't forget to. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Rob on the big screen. Yeah, that's kind of scary. I bet that face takes up some room, huh? As far as I know, Simon, Dalton's got Tuesday off, and we're supposed to hunt, and we were trying to think of where to go, and Howard has a permission in Clearwater that he's going to contact them tomorrow, and if he gets that permission for Tuesday morning, Dalton and I are going to meet Howard there Tuesday, if Howard's available. If not, then Dalton and I have to find a place to go Tuesday. If he says he's working on a new permission, maybe that'll happen. Or maybe I'll get that permission over here in my side of town that I'm waiting to get. Maybe I'll go talk to that guy tomorrow. So that's all right. Why go? It gets hard when it gets to 2 or 3 or 4 Robs in the room. Okay, the ring that we were searching for last night was a 2-carat princess ring in Clearwater. I'll go on Facebook, Janine, and see if that's. I can have her send me a picture of my phone. I've got her phone number and text, and she sent us. Since you and Howard are both watching, her name was Debbie. And as soon as my phone. This is the message she sent to me, guys, after we spent 3 hours looking for her ring yesterday. Robert, Jamie and I are leaving, go back to spend some time with our grandson. Thank you and your buddies for your time and energy to help find my ring. You and your friends are a testimony that will be shared with a lot of people. Thank you for restoring my faith in mankind. Well, folks, I hope a couple guys coming out to look for your ring is, well, that is much appreciated, but I'm glad we could help her restore faith in mankind. But as a very religious lady, she's been very bummed out with the COVID thing and not being able to see family. So I thank her for that very much. Rusty Digger, I got final permission on an 1853 church in a mid 1700s house with 1 acre. Oh, well, congratulations, buddy. And I hope you find some cool stuff that are all probably on my bucket list. Yeah, Simon, on Tuesday, the school, old school property we're doing is fairly small. And I'll see if I can get out Wednesday. Yeah, Chris, I can't help you there because the only Apple product I have is my iPad, which I used 3 years ago when I first started out to record my videos, and then I literally had to watch a YouTube video on how to get the video out and put them into a Microsoft PC. That was a lot of work transferring that, so I am completely unfamiliar with Apple and Mac products. What I do is I take my phone and I plug it in, and then I use a USB and I plug it into my PC, and then I download my pictures and video clips into my PC, and then I put them in my camera file, and it automatically puts that date on there. And then when I go hunt, I write down the dates of all my hunts on my calendar. So if 2 weeks from now or a month from now I'm trying to remember what day I did that movie on, so I can find the video clips, I just go to July 28th, Clearwater Beach, 2 hunts, day and night, 4 hours each. Found 2 silvers, jewelry, and wow, what does that say? And something else. And then, so I write down the date of every hunt, and then I put a red check onto it if I've published that on YouTube. Of course, I forgot 2 of them, but and then that's the way I work it, guys. So when I go back and look at my files, I know what date to look to down. So I do everything on my Movie Maker program on my computer. I know Troy does his on his phone. I think Dalton does his on his phone. I'm not sure if Simon does his on his phone or not, but I could never figure out how to do that on my phone, guys. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. That's a great song, Pat. Charlie says it's set up on a reward basis and can be very rewarding. Sometimes they can't afford a reward, but I still go. Well, you're a good man, Charlie. You're welcome, Howard. Howard, and Mike told her this too. We always feel bad for somebody when we can't find the ring, but for such a nice Christian woman, salt of the earth people I mean, I'm sure she's going to give a donation to the club, even though we couldn't find it, because she really appreciated our time on a Sunday afternoon or Saturday afternoon coming out. And she really thanked me and Mike at the end there, and I could tell, with her chin quivering, that she was trying very hard not to cry that we didn't find it, even though she thanked us. And I know that ring meant a lot to her. And we all love finding rings at the beach, guys, but somebody may have found her ring and they've got a nice expensive ring now, but that ring belonged to somebody, and Simon uses his phone. I thought he did. Simon's got to go to work at Disney World. Simon, will you go say hi to Mickey Mouse for me, buddy? I haven't seen him in a while since I worked there, so have a good day at work, Simon. Brenda says my hubby is an IT professional and has banned any Apple products from her home. Oh, that's just hilarious. See, now my sister, who was in the chat first thing, guys, they decided to get an Apple computer because as a couple of older females, they didn't want to mess with all the spam and the viruses and everything. And I have to admit, guys, when I go up there and use their Mac, It's pretty easy to use, and she doesn't get, I don't think she's ever had a virus problem because most of them target your PCs as opposed to your Macs. So they really like it. But I don't know how any interfacing works with that at all. We use Android phones with, and we use Microsoft Explorer, programs on our computer. So they interface. I just plug this in and it downloads itself. I don't really have to do anything except clean the photos out of my phone when it gets too many in there. I've got 1,554 video clips on my phone. Rusty Digger, you got to go. Then if you're going, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, and I've heard that, and I even heard on their last phone you had to get a different cord so your new phone wouldn't work with your old plug-in phone. See, everything should be backwards compatible. Go ahead, Mayor. You were wondering what? Go ahead. See, and there's the opposite thing. Why Gold says he used to work on PCs and now he only uses Apple because using Macs is so much easier. So you got two sides of the. And Chris says he uses only Android. That's what I have on my phone, Chris. This is an LG 40. I've never had an iPhone. The DD photos take up extra room, Rob. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you guys. I think it was Brenda or Kay was showing me her gnomes last week. No, you don't want that, Rob. There's my gallery. Video, metal detecting video. Where's the gnomes? There they are. I told you guys that Denise had a gnome garden when we did the gnomes last week. And there is Mrs. Denise's gnome garden. She has a lot of gnomes, and she has the Frisch's Big Boy, and she has, I think, a Mickey Mouse, but that's all Miss Denise's gnomes. Park Rat Pat, this is funner than Liz's live stream. Well, sir, you said that. I didn't say that. I just try and pay more attention to what's going on from the people in the room than the people I'm having a chat with. So yeah, I don't even know what an Apple LC2 is. I'm going to assume that's an early Apple. It was you, Brenda. Yep, that's Denise's gnome garden there. Well, thank you very much, Chris. It's so nice that you got to stop by, buddy. And I am going to try and monitor my. I'm going to send you. If I haven't sent you my phone number already, Chris, I'm going to send you my phone number. Mr. Ray Gonzalez, welcome to the chat, sir. But I appreciate you being here, Chris. Welcome, Ray. But guys, yeah, check out Park Rat's Pat. Send him a short clip if you want to become part of the Park Rat Pack. I always have trouble saying that. And it's funny. We were talking about the Park Rat Pack, and they showed the Rat Pack. They had something going on in Vegas. I think it was the Vegas football game, and they showed the original Rat Pack, and they actually showed a picture of all 5 of them. And you normally don't see the 5th guy, who was Peter. Was that Peter Lawford? You don't usually see him. Ray, we had a really nice Thanksgiving. Denise and I had her dad over. The nursing home let him come out because I guess they figure that me and Denise have been visiting so much that me and her don't have COVID. So they allowed us to bring him from the nursing home. And we had a real nice, quiet Thanksgiving dinner. Denise got some pumpkin pie for me, and she made cherry cheesecake for her and her father. So obviously, just like every other Thanksgiving, we ate way too much. Let me scroll through my 1,554 pictures. And there is Denise's cherry cheesecake she made us for Thanksgiving. That is all gone now. LC2 made back in the early 1990s, yeah. I don't even think I had a computer in the 90s. Wow, Reed had 20 people at his house. There you go. That's a Thanksgiving dinner. All right, guys, I'm going to show you something. My club president, Howard, found this. And I've taken pictures of it to put on Identify Me on Facebook. I haven't done it yet, but if anybody has any idea what this is, it is made of brass. Howard, it came out of the ground in 3 pieces for Howard, but this third piece here that broke off, this is very decorative here, and it's got this brass or copper loop for it, and this stand in the center, and there's no writing or markings on it. And I don't know if it's some type of candle holder, but you can see it's got a hole here that looks like you hang this up. But if you hang that up, then that would twist it around sideways. So obviously this is old, guys, being brass or copper. But we're trying to get this identified right now. So if anybody's got any ideas on that, please let me know. First year, our son and his wife cooked the turkey. How'd that turn out, Howard? There you go, Robert. Buy that for just nostalgic purposes. Just in case the cops came, we would outnumber. Oh, that's pretty good, Reed. Robert says he's got to go to sleep. He worked a midnight shift. Wow, yeah, you're up late if you worked a midnight shift. When I worked mids, I was long asleep by 10:54. Cooked a T-bone for Thanksgiving. Well, cool, good for you. We actually had Denise's signature meal of cheesy chicken with rice, and we had shoe peg corn and broccoli, dinner rolls, cranberry sauce, and then obviously the pies. But we were having Denise's dad is world famous for his prime rib roast. So we're getting a small roast of prime rib, and Denise's dad will be cooking that for us for Christmas dinner. So our Christmas dinner will be prime rib. A proctologist eye exam scope. Yeah, that could be an old one. You're right there, Bill. Fantastic, very buttery, and 3 grandkids. Well, that's great, Howard. I'm glad you guys had such a great day. And Reed had a 22-pound bird. They kept getting pink eye and gave up on that. Oh, Mary, that's pretty good. Yeah, I just. Here's a view from the other side. You can see the. If you can see the real fancy on that thing. It's got a real nice fancy design, and I just this is soldered. I mean, it's not like it added on. That was built into whatever that thing is. So I don't know. Here's the decorative piece with the little ring on top, and you can see right there. You can see it's brass from where it broke. But look at the nice design on that. There you go, Brenda. I might come meet you halfway. Well, that's all the what do you call that? The antibiotics and all the chemicals they're putting in it, Reed, to make them bigger. See, that's what I was wondering. With that little ring thing on the top, I would think it's got something to do with a candle. Maybe another design for a storm lantern. Yeah. Looks like a dead bird. Yeah, it does look like that too. I just don't know. maybe the candle did come off sideways, and maybe that little plate cup thing is where the wax came down. You put it on this way. I don't know. It is a pretty cool relic that Howard found, but we just don't know what it is. So, alien artifact. We're going to go with that one. Thank you, Bill. It's just interesting, guys. I mean, everything old that we think of as plastic or composite material today or PVC or whatever, excuse me, all that stuff was made out of brass and copper back then. Ah, my last sip of cold coffee. That's exactly true, Brenda. I completely agree with that. I mean, everyday items. I mean, look at all those little compacts that we found. I don't have a still picture of the one Troy found. Troy just found an absolutely gorgeous one. We were out hunting the other day. A compact with 2 kissing pixies on it, and it has such beautiful scroll work and design around it. And if you see something like that nowadays, it would be extremely expensive. Yeah, I don't have a still pic of it. I know I need more coffee too. Pewter. Yep. A lot of things are made out of pewter back then. I got this little golfing angel that's pewter with a halo that I got to put on eBay that used to be my mom's. I just found this in some of her stuff, so I'm going to put that on eBay. But it's a cute little pewter with little glass stone eyes. So, yep. It says Pewter Sports Angels. That's true too. Both of you, that's true. Things were made to last longer, not like the crap being made these days. I agree. And they were made to be repaired and not just replaced. I agree. I mean, look at Walmart, guys. They had a 70-inch TV on sale for $488. 70-inch. I mean, that's about as big as you get nowadays, unless you're going to like an 85. That's like $2,000. So now you can get a 70, which 3 years ago was unheard of. Yep. You're right, Minio. They made cool, heavy stuff, and it was made to last. I don't have anything here to show you. I got some of my Denise and I still have some of the old heavy things from our parents' day. So Reed, you are exactly right. A good thing they made coins back then out of real metals, not zinc that starts disintegrating. So we have, this silver coin can sit in the ground, guys, for the next 100 years, and it's going to look just like this when you take it out. So I'm not real excited that my buddy Howard, my club president Howard, started telling me that they're going to go into these federal, what did he call them? Not like credits, but like almost like a Bitcoin that's not going to be a real coin, that you're just going to get credits instead of coins. We do not want to see money disappear, guys. It's going to be harder and harder to dig things if money disappears. Weigold says last time you saw a 70-inch TV, it cost over $50K. Yeah, it's under $500, Reed, at Weigold at Walmart. Yeah, my first flat screen took 2 people to carry. It was one of those what do they call them, rear projection things. It was about that wide, and it took me and Denise to carry it in the house. But that's still lighter, guys. Remember the last 28-inch square tube TV you had? It took 2 guys just to get it off the ground. And now you can buy a 70-inch, and they just put a cardboard handle on your box. And yep. I'm sure Sam's Club and Walmart does the same thing. Yeah, Mayor, same thing. You're in Canada. The new pennies look just as pretty as ours do, right until they go in the ground. I mean, if you get a zinc penny that still comes out looking decent, it hasn't been in the ground long. Rear projection, that's what they called it. That's right. I remember paying $80 for a small black and white TV. Guys, for you not down here in Florida, I don't know how far Eckerd Drugs had, but we had a local drugstore here in the Tampa Bay area back in the 70s called Eckerd Drugstore. After the name of the guy, his name was Jack Eckerd, I believe. And he had a whole chain of drugstores around here that were like Rite Aid or Walgreens. And back in the 70s, guys, back when my dad, we had, TVs from the 70s and 60s, you take off, if your TV went bad, you would take it off on the back, take the back off, plug it in. If one of the tubes didn't light up, you look right, you just pop the tube out, and you would take it up to Eckerd Drugs, and they had a TV tube tester machine with all the different holes, and your tube would fit in one of those pins of the thing, and you could test your tube right there at Eckerd Drugs. And if it was bad, you just buy another tube and go back and replace it in your TV. Mr. Mike Doyle, good morning, sir. We had a thing that was a 30-inch TV with a stereo and record player built in one. Oh yeah, remember the old video cabinets, the old TV cabinets, the all-in-one entertainment where your TV was in the center, and then you lifted the side of the entertainment, and your record player was there, and then the other side had your TV, had your stereo on the other side. Yeah, those big consoles. Your wooden TVs had your 4 wooden legs. Ray says he remembers the tube. Yep. Pat says he has a tester and a box of tubes. Hell, Pat, they might be coming back to be worth something. Mike says it's still 8 a.m. there. I guess Mike is in California or on the West Coast. My last tube TV lasted 35 years. Howard's boys laughed at me. Hey, I had a buddy, my buddy Steve, that's helped me with the room up until like last year or the year before. He still had a top-loading VCR, but it finally crapped out on him. But how many years have DVDs been out now? 10, 15 years DVDs been out? And he was still using his top-loading VCR. Ray says he's getting flashbacks. 8-tracks. My first car as a teenager, my first hot rod, I put an 8-track in under the dash. And that's back then. I remember playing a Bachman Turner Overdrive BTO 8-track tape, and if they couldn't line it up right, it would change tracks right in the middle of your song. And it would just change right in the middle of the song. Vancouver, Washington. 8 a.m. out there. Reel-to-reel tape recorders. I had a cousin or an uncle that had one of those, Bill, and people still swear that reel-to-reels had the best sound out of anything. I still have a VCR and tons of VHS tapes. The only VHS tapes I still have are all my old Disney classics. Yeah, you see, here's Reed saying, remember when his dad got their first color TV. Now, I don't remember. I remember us always having a color TV, but I remember as a little kid, there was 2 programs my father had us sit down and watch. The moon launch, the Apollo 11 launch, and then the moon landing. He told us to watch that as a child for significant historical events. And I remember he called us in for the when Richard Nixon announced his resignation and resigned on national television. He was giving up the presidency. Bill says he still has a reel-to-reel. Mike says the old VCRs were built way better than the solid states. Oh, Betamax. Now you're talking. I actually still have one old Disney video on Betamax. And I never really knew what the difference between Betamax and VHS was, but Betamax only has one reel. It loops around somehow to itself, where the VHS has the 2 reels. And Betamax was actually the more superior product, but the same thing with Apple and Microsoft, guys. Betamax, Beta wasn't just producing enough, and even though it was a better product, the VHS just kept pushing more and more and more companies came out to do VHS, and that became the standard. I remember reading that. Oh my God, I heard it through the grapevine. Well, that's still a great song. Yeah, everybody here probably remembers getting their first Walkman. Oh, that's funny, Mayor. That's really funny. So Liz has Darnell on. Darnell's a great detective. For you folks, I'm sure everybody here is familiar with him, but Darnell Harlow Williams Metal detecting, man, Darnell's a great metal. He's got that Nocta Amphibio, man. He knows that thing down cold. A Beta with a 15 cord remote. Yeah, for those too young to remember, guys, back in the days when machines first came out with a remote, they were wired. You had a wired cord from your remote to the machine, and when they finally came out with wireless remotes, that was a big selling feature on that box. Now with wireless remote, Janine was selling electronics during that time. Oh, I remember you, but you probably remember all these changes. Mayor, that's exactly right. The Sony Betamax. Sony had the patent on the Betamax, but so many studios kept bringing their movies out in VHS, and then all the companies like Panasonic and all your other companies started making VCRs for the VHS. That Betamax just basically got overwhelmed, and it didn't become, you know. And if some of you remember when DVDs first came out, there was oh man, I can't even remember the name of them, but they were the videos, the DVDs that only played one time. They were like the thing for a while. Then people realized no, they wanted to have a video collection, so those one-time play DVDs all went by the wayside. Two button remotes that made a loud click. Absolutely. Yep, Atari was huge back then. They're like the original. Amphibio, what did I say? Did I not pronounce it correctly? But yeah, he's got the Amphibio. Atari 2600. Got my first Nintendo NES with Super Mario Brothers. Yep, Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. There's a guy on eBay, guys, that does nothing but sell classic Nintendo and Atari video games that he finds in thrift stores or garage sales. And some of these games are so hard sought after. He gets $40, $50 for some of these games that people want to play their retro machines. I've got a PS2 and a PS3 here, and I've never upgraded since PS3. I don't play video games anymore. Since I found metal detecting, I haven't played one video game since I found metal detecting. Yep. Long, skinny cord. Yep. The VCR machine to the road. It was a very skinny cord. But see, before those days, my parents just had two kids that they got up, tell them to get up and go change the channel. And then you had the knob. You had the round knob. You literally went chick, 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 chick. We had channel 8, 10, and 13, and that was it. Or channel 44 for the UHF. On Saturday mornings, we had Creature Feature with Dr. Paul Bearer. Pat says he won his Atari McDonald's from McDonald's. Well, that's way cool. Oh, yeah, the big disc players. I have still got a video disc. They used to call them video discs. I have got the Little Mermaid on video disc, the one with the phallics in the castle that everybody was trying to collect. I've kept that Little Mermaid video disc for that. Mike says he won his turntable from Camel cigarettes. Well, then, Mike, I'd imagine you remember S&H green stamps. My parents used to get S&H green stamps with my father with his Camel cigarettes. The disc video machine. Well, Mayor, I don't know anything about the Nocta Amphibio except the fact that I know Darnell's a master of it. The man finds silver, and what I like about Darnell's videos, he is one of the few channels that consistently does his silver digs live. He shows you that ground. He shows you going over it. He explains what that signal means. Yeah, sometimes he might spend a little bit of time over it, but he locks in on that, and he says, this sounds like a silver quarter, or this sounds like a silver dime, and then he digs it, guys, and it usually is what he thinks it is, and he's very good with his pinpointing. And I know recently Nocta was at one of the big hunts that Plugmaster Ford and Missouri Mike went to, and I guess they watched a demonstration, and knowing how well that Darnell does with it, Plugmaster Ford and Missouri Mike just gave up their, I believe, Garrett's, and they both swing the Amphibio now. Laser disc, that's what they were called. Pinball at the bowling alley. Oh yeah, you couldn't talk on your landline phone and use AOL at the same time. Yeah, I miss going to the bowling alley. I had some fun times in my younger days at bowling alleys. Oh, Ray, yeah, you always broke your antenna on the cordless phone because nobody remembered to put it back down. And then you'd sit it somewhere and somebody would sit on it or put something on it, and then that little cheap antenna would just snap right off. You got that right, Ray. Pat says he got his bowling ball from S&H Green Stamps. Select Division. I remember that traveling detector. Yep. He says, what's silver? Yeah, Mayor, definitely check out Darnell Hello World Metal Detecting. He just makes good videos, guys. I know, Mike. We were all stuck with tons of green stamps. When my mom passed away and I cleaned out all her drawers, oh my God, she had so many of those S&H green stamps. We could have wallpapered a wall with them. Darnell is informative. Yep. Wow, he's up to 56,000 subscribers. Wow. Hey, why go do what you got to do, buddy? Metal Detecting with CZ Kid, welcome. Late start, but welcome anyway. Another good channel with good videos, guys. CZ Kid, which stands for the Canal Zone Kid. He used to live in the Panama Canal Zone, guys. And that is definitely a bucket place list that I want to see. Don't know if I'll be able to ever afford a Disney trip through the canal, but I would love to go do that. But Mayor, if you, I don't know how much the Amphibio is. I know the Equinox 800 is still $899. That's what I swing. And Dalton and Troy both have the 600, which is I think $649 now. I think they've lowered it from $699 to $649, or some places are selling it for $699 with the little 6-inch sniper coil, which both Troy and Dalton have gotten, and they absolutely both love that coil. Simon from the Weedy Boys was the first one to get one. He loves it. He swings an 800. His partner Andrew, I think, swings a 600. Howard has a 600. Epic Adventures in Paradise. He swings a 600. The two guys I did the water hunt with yesterday, Mike, Clearwater Mike, and Bill, they both have Equinoxes. So, yeah, I mean, obviously I would recommend an Equinox. I don't know what your price range is there, Mayor, and I also know several people that bought the new Simplex for around $325. And that, we had a guy with us yesterday hunting, the fourth guy on the ring hunt. He had his Simplex there in the water, and it seemed to work just fine. So I'm not going to be like Merrill, though, guys, and test out 16 detectors. Yeah, CZ Kid, everybody around here that's got the 6-inch coil, Dalton, Troy, Simon, they all love it. Only had one channel down there in the canal zone. Wow, that would be tough. But why go? Yes, I remember Bozo the Clown. He wasn't on WGN. He was on one of our local stations, but I remember him. And Mike says his mom was on Bozo. Geez, it's such a small world. Well, CZ Kid, you can catch up on them now. They're all on DVD or Hulu or any one of these 8,000 new channels they're coming out with on your TV. My older sister was on a Bowling for Dollars show back when they had the duck pins up north. If anybody remembers the small duck pins up north, or 10 pins, whatever they called them, you got to use 3 balls because the pins were so small and far apart. So you got 3 chances. Your first was a strike, your second was a spare, and I don't know if you picked up all 10 pins on the third, what they called that, but Howard, Janine, thank you very much for coming by. Appreciate it. I will come by and check out the video. I used to get up at 5 a.m. to watch Bozo the Clown. I'm not getting up at 5 a.m. to watch anybody. Shazam. Mike, it's funny. The computer asked me if I wanted to hide or show H&R Puffin stuff. I don't know what they thought that was, but Charlie retracted his message. Electric Company. Yep, I remember Electric Company. I wasn't a big Sesame Street, though, guys. Actually, I wasn't a big Electric Company kid either. I watched just regular cartoons. Speed Racer. Oh, Reed. Always had to watch Speed Racer. Definitely watch Speed Racer. I watched the Banana Splits. I watched the Monkeys. We had the Monkeys on and then Banana Splits. House with the Magic Window. I don't remember that one, Brenda. Big Blue Marble. I do remember Big Blue Marble. Ray, thanks for coming by, buddy. Looney Tunes. Oh, my dad was a huge Roadrunner fan. My dad loved Roadrunner. That and a little that and Speedy Gonzales. Johnny Quest. Yep. Oh, Creature Feature. ZZ Kid. My mom watched Creature Feature every Saturday morning. We had Creature Feature with Dr. Paul Bearer, the guy that looked like Dracula and came out of his coffin. That's how we started off our sci-fi and horror movie Saturday mornings. I watched the sci-fi and horror movies with my mom on Saturday mornings, and then we watched Star Trek, the original show back in the late 60s, early 70s. And then with my dad, I watched all the John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, and Charles Bronson. Those are the ones I watch with my dad. I remember Underdog. I don't remember. Is that Captain Caveman? I don't remember that one. The little guinea pigs and hamsters that live by the riverside. The Jetsons, I watched them. I was not a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. I was a Scooby-Doo fan. Had to watch Scooby-Doo. Mike Doyle says I have Bugs Bunny tattooed on my chest. Awesome. Oh, Saturday nights. Okay, maybe, yeah. Maybe it was Saturday nights. Oh, and then another two that my dad never missed was Rat Patrol. Rat Patrol was awesome, and Combat with Vic Morrow. They played those back to back when the Combat was, and they started out as black and white. I remember those being filmed in black and white, and eventually they went to color. But yeah, Rat Patrol and Combat. The Love Boat. Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous with, oh, I can't remember his name. 12 O'Clock High, absolutely. My dad watched in the 70s, or maybe it was late 70s, early 80s, Baa Black Sheep with Robert Conrad. My mom watched Banana Check. Her and my dad watched Cannon, Streets of San Francisco, a Quinn Martin production. Mighty Mouse, I've come to save the day. Wow, that's a flashback. Perry Mason, the rifleman. Here's your trivia question. How many cases did Perry Mason lose? Robin Leach. That was him. I'm Robin Leach. Speed Buggy. I've heard of Speed Buggy, Javier, but I don't remember Speed Buggy. CZ Kid 1. I was going to say 2, but yeah, you might be right. It was only 1 or 2 cases he lost in the entire show. Well, if we're talking back in those days, you got the original Fugitive, Gilligan's Island. He lost 1. Okay. So 3 of you say 1 case. Okay. I knew it was 1 or 2. But my dad loved Cannon, the big heavy fat guy who drove the big I can't remember what kind of, he just drove some huge tank of a car, and he would chase somebody and they'd get out and they'd run, and he'd pull out that little teeny snub-nosed 38, and with one shot would wound him at 100 yards away with that little snub-nosed 38. Adam 12 in emergency. One Adam 12. See the man. I think emergency's still on one of the new cable channels. Yep. God, you look at emergency back in those days, guys. Wow. Bonanza, that was another great show. My dad never missed Bonanza. And of course, you never missed Gunsmoke, the longest running show on TV except for soaps. Bonanza. Hawaii Five-0, the original Hawaii Five-0 with Jack Lord. Oh, Ginger or Marianne, you got to go with Ginger. Charlie says, happy days. Hold on. The little woman's calling. Yes, honey.
Hey.
Yes.
Are you still on your call?
Yes, but go ahead.
Can you excuse yourself and go into the living room or dining room area and tell me how many boxes of the little white boxes of tile I have on the floor? Is it 3 or is it 4?
Excuse me, I have an errand to run.
You just go into the kitchen.
Oh, it just takes me a minute to get up, hon. Oh. Okay, the little white boxes are 3, and the big boxes are 3. Okay, bye. All right, I am back. I had to see how much tile Denise had so she knows how much more to get down at the tile place today. I went to the Ponderosa before they closed it down outside of Virginia City, Nevada. Well, that's cool. Oh, Mannix. Yeah, Mannix was cool. Kojak was cool. Oh, well, you can't not watch Charlie Brown every Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's required. Charlie Brown's required, and so is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and the I'm a Lost Toy. Beretta, yep. With Robert Blake. There you go, Javier. He was one tough guy. And MASH, well, MASH is required watching. I watch MASH now when it comes on. But Kojak, see, it's funny. I remember Kojak. I can't remember his name, but he was in the Dirty Dozen with Lee Marvin. He was one of the Dirty Dozen, Telly Savalas, and I just watched him. in the Dirty Dozen. But Mannix, yep, Mannix was a good show. And what was the one with the husband and wife detectives? Somebody tell me the name of them? Fess Parker is Davy Crockett. I actually got to meet Fess Parker at Disney when I was doing security. He was there for some function, and I actually got to say hello to him. Sanford and Son, Good Times at Jefferson's. Yep, Jefferson's was a spinoff of one of my dad's favorite shows, Archie Bunker. My dad was Archie Bunker. Silver Spoons, didn't watch that one, Mike. Fantasy Island. Always remember him doing his Chrysler commercials with the Cordova leather. Heart to Heart. Thank you, CW Silver Searcher. That's right. Heart to Heart. That's right. Starsky and Hutch. I had my hot rod painted with a Starsky and Hutch stripe. It was yellow and black though instead of red and white. But I put a Starsky and Hutch stripe on my hot rod in 1979. Yep, Christmas Story is usually Star Trek. Yep, the original Star Trek. I've liked all the Star Treks except Deep Space Nine. Like I say, I grew up with my mom watching Star Trek, and I am both a huge Trekkie fan and a huge Star Wars fan. Denise doesn't like Star Wars because they did them in the prequel thing going backwards. That your first three are actually the middle three, not the first three. She hates that. But Mr. Rourke on Fantasy Island. But I never got into Deep Space Nine. I think just because it was set in one location. I like the fact that they were on ships going places. But I even like the new Star Trek Enterprise with the guy from Quantum Leap. I thought that was a cool new show to start off. How they actually started going off into space in the first place, but it didn't last too long. Battlestar Galactica, the original one. Yep. Chips. Barney Miller, All in the Family. See, just classic shows. Room 222. Wow, Reed, there's a I remember Room 222, the show about the teachers. Yep, I remember that. Flipper. That's right. Flipper was filmed down here in Florida. I think down near the Keys. Cagney and Lacey. And I think it was Cagney that was in a one of the Dirty Harry Clint Eastwood movies as his partner. Traveling Detector. You joke about Debbie Does Dallas. I have saved it just for collectible purposes. I have a Debbie Does Dallas on VHS. And I think I also have a what do you call it? Bogarted copy of Deep Throat. Drummond Detect stops by. Hello, Drummond Detect. How you doing, Joel? BJ and the Bear. I remember that show. I didn't watch it too much, but I remember that show. I do not remember Duck Dodgers. That might be before my time. But yes, I do have a copy of Debbie Does Dallas on VHS. It's got the box cover's got her in the Dallas looking cheerleader outfit cheering. Yep. Man, that's got to be in storage somewhere. I don't even know where the hell that's at. The Avengers. Yep. Knight Rider. You could never miss Knight Rider. Knight Rider was like, yeah, David Hasselhoff. You couldn't miss Knight Rider. At the time, that had to be the coolest car out there, guys. And I remember in the 80s, guys, in the early 80s, on Friday night, me and my mom bowled on Friday night in a bowling league, and we got home just in time. You could not miss it. Friday nights at 9 p.m., or it was either 9 or 10 p.m., you had to watch Miami Vice. I was a huge Miami Vice song, and I still think the Phil Collins In the Air Tonight, I can watch that on YouTube with that intro with that Maserati convertible they had going down that strip chasing that guy on the first show. That is the greatest song to a beginning opening theme TV song ever, is Phil Collins In the Air Tonight. I crank that up in my vehicle anytime I'm going to work. The Journey of O on Betamax. I remember The Journey of O, softcore movies. Yep. It was Daddy Duck as Buck Rogers. Yeah, see, Buck Rogers, you're going a little bit before. That was 50s. I only remember TV shows from the 60s. And them Dukes and the Daisy Dukes. Oh, yeah. What was that? Catherine, what was her name that played Daisy Duke? Yeah, she was just flat out fine. The General Lee. Uh-oh, we're getting some pictures of a hunt. Dennis from KCM Metal Detecting is out detecting. Let's see what he's sending us. Oh, look at that, guys. Look at that nice spoon that Dennis just dug up. That is sweet. Very good. Nice find, Dennis. Nice find. Guys, we were talking about everybody else's channels. Make sure you tune into Park Rat Pat over the next 24 days. He's going to be kicking off his Advent giveaway, I think probably the 1st of December. Catherine Bach. Thank you, Javier. The Bandit Show. Yes, what was the name of that show? Magnum PI. That was the other show along with Miami Vice that I would not miss. I wanted I wanted to be Thomas Magnum so bad when I was a teenager. And then I realized I was never going to be 6'4". Of course, I also realized I was never going to be 5'10". So with Burt Reynolds, that's right. It was well, you had Smokey the Bandit. They did 3 of those. M. Mohauer Tism. I'm not sure how to pronounce that right, but thank you for stopping in. This is Mike, new to the channel. I'm the guy who found the gold skateboard. Oh, okay. Okay. I got a picture of that from Denise. Let me go to Denise's text. Oh, where is your skateboard, Mike? There he is. Gentlemen, Mike, who just joined us as M. Muauertism. He was doing Clearwater Beach area, or one of the beaches down there with Denise Kidder, who was on here earlier. I'm not sure if she's still here, but he found that gold skateboarder charm, guys. Look at that. Isn't that a great find? Congratulations, Mike. Oh yeah, you got to watch Smoking the Bandit. If you're channel surfing and you come across Smoking the Bandit, you got to stop and watch that. If the Equalizer's on with Denzel and that comes on, oh, you just got to stop and watch that too. Thank you, Brenda, checking out Park Rat Pat's channel for people that want to get in on the. Oh, and you can't forget Grizzly Adams. What was his name? Dan. What was his name? Dan Blocker. Yep, Grizzly Adams was a good show. That was a BJ and the Bear. Yep. Mike says I used to be 6'3", not 6'1" anymore. Mike, I never even came close to that. I was one of the I was probably one of the shortest kids in high school, and probably still one of the shortest guys. Yep, Grizzly Adams. Yeah, I'd be happy to be 5'10" or 5'9.5". Yeah, Joel, we'd already talked about Kojak. Yep, with Telly Savalas. Dan Haggerty, that's it, Dan Haggerty. Wow, we got on some classic TV shows. Let's see if I can remember anything that we haven't talked about today. Travel Decker says, I got to go. The wife's starting to stare at me. Well, tell her we said hi. Little House on the Prairie. I have to admit, guys, I watched that with my sister. That was one of my sister's favorite shows. And we all wanted to punch Nellie in the face. I mean, just flat out punch her in the face. That had to be one of the brattiest girls ever on TV. Oh, Dan Blocker is Hoss from Bonanza. Thank you, Mayor, or Mike. Thank you. Yep. Same here. Metal CZ Kid says, yep. Oh, God, that girl was annoying. Yeah, a lot of these new cable channel guys that are coming that you buy with your Hulu or your what's the other big channel that's include Roku? You know, you open up your Roku channel, they have like 15 of these supposed free channels. I guess they're free with ads on them. But man, you know, one is like classic comedy shows, classic TV, your 80s drama. I mean, Reed, we all used to be 10 foot tall and bulletproof. When I was a teenager in early 20s, I thought I was going to be immortal. Three's Company. Oh yeah, Jack. What was this? Jack Ripper. Now you talked about Ginger or Marianne. What would you take? The little brunette or what's her name? The bouncy one, Thigh Master. You definitely got to go with the blonde Thigh Master on that one. Matlock. That's right. Another gentleman I met one time at Disney. I also got to meet Miss Julie Andrews from The Sound of Music. I actually got to clear the red carpet for her once at an event at Disney. Of course, that's about as close as I ever got to meeting her. And I also got to meet Lieutenant Dan. and his family. And super, super nice guy. Janet or Chrissy? Yeah, gotta go with the bouncy blonde on that one. No, yeah, okay. That is so true, Mike. Cheers. Oh, there's a classic show. Cheers was just that's an iconic show. That show was on. We just had a trivia question. All right, I'm going to ask you guys this. We played trivia on Tuesday night down at a sports bar, Whiskey Wings, and they had a trivia question. What was above Cheers that people came down the steps from? What was the building above Cheers? Was it A, an attorney's office, or B, a restaurant? Yeah, Janet all day long. You got that right. Wait. Janet was the brunette, right? No, I'll take Chrissy. Or no, it was Janet the blonde. I can't remember. Hogan's Heroes, another classic show. Hell, I'll still watch Hogan's Heroes today. Brenda and Bill are correct. It was a restaurant because people would come downstairs to the bar to wait while their table was being, while they were waiting on their table at a restaurant. So yes, it was a restaurant. F Troop. See, that was late 50s, Reed. That was a little bit before my time, but I do remember F Troop. Yes, honey.
All right, I need you. How much longer on your call?
What do you need?
Okay, I'm trying to get, it's called Schluter, believe it or not. I didn't make that word up. It's the silver trim we're putting around the window frame,
Okay.
And
Okay.
then the trim that's, because we're only tiling halfway up the wall,
Yes, I know that.
the blue colored tile, the top of the blue colored tile from behind the toilet to the cabinet, and then on the other side where the light switch is to the wall, and then above the sink just a little bit. I need square footage. How many feet? Or just how many feet?
All right, I'll be right back, guys. I got to do a measurement.
Call me back.
No, just stay on. Just stay on because this is going to be a quick measurement.
Or just add the feet in your head, how many feet?
Yeah, so on the window is wall straight, and then there's another wall that's only going up.
Get approximately 15 feet.
The window's 15 feet?
Oh, plus the window frame, get 20 feet.
Hey. What did you get 15 feet? What?
Well, you're doing that little edge above the whole room where the tile stops, right?
Yes.
Excuse me 1 second, folks. Yeah, the room is almost 14 feet for the 3 walls. Okay.
Okay.
And then if you're putting it around the window frame in the shower, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, get 25 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, last question. 25 feet. 25. That's what he said.
And it's just a long skinny piece, right? Like a pencil?
I'm sorry?
It's just a long skinny piece like a pencil, right?
Yeah, it goes behind the tile and sits on the edge of the top edge. Are you sure it's 25 feet? That's a lot of feet.
Well, what we don't use, we can bring back. But are you doing the entire border of the window?
The outside border of the window,
Yeah.
Okay. The top of the tile that's going above the toilet.
Yes.
The half wall tile.
Yes.
The top part all the way to the cabinet.
Yes, honey, I understand that.
Turn around and the side where the switch is, the light switch, the top of the light switch to the corner.
Well, then what's going to be behind the sink?
A row of white tile. So on top of that row of white tile, that's it.
You can't have borders on 2 walls, honey, and not have it on the third. It's not going to look right.
Okay, well, regardless, I'll figure out something.
Then get 20 feet.
Okay.
Bye.
20 feet, he said. 20 feet. And then the last question, I'll let you go. It's including the window.
The window and
yeah, 20 feet.
Yes, dear. What do you need?
Do you have the mortar for the glass tile?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Hey.
Bye. What?
Are they cheaper than Home Depot?
I don't know.
Well, you
We
should.
wait?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, bye.
Bye. Well, guys, you got to hear 5 minutes in the life of Rob here. Coin Boy's here. Welcome, Coin Boy. All right, let me go back here, see what we missed. Yep, Hogan's Heroes rocked. Coin Boy came in. Dobie Gillis. See, that was another one in the late 50s that I missed. Drummond Joel says MASH beat them all. Yep, I'll take MASH and Hogan's Heroes all day long. Batman. Yep, you had to watch Batman as a kid. Wow, Coin Boy's in a layover in Germany. Wow. Yes, you're right. That does look like a Dobie Gillis hat, Reed. I believe you're right. Like I say, I never, it was a little past me, but I believe I remember that's the way the character wore his hat. The Munsters. Oh, yeah, you had to watch the Munsters and the Addams Family. But the Munsters was just way too cool. The Merv Griffith Show. Yep. Yep, and the Addams Family. They went, I think they were on like back to back with the Munsters. The Munsters had that cool car, though. Big Valley. That was another good show. Well, why go? That's just way too cool. Mine just came through my job at Disney doing security for Disney for 10 years. I did get to, I don't want to say escort, but I'm going to use the word shadow. When Minnie Driver, who's one of my favorite actresses, and yes, she's one of my babyliciouses, even though a lot of people don't think she's that attractive. I find Minnie Driver extremely attractive. She was dating Josh Brolin, James Brolin's son. He's married to Barbara Streisand, but James Brolin, he's become a lot bigger actor in the last few years now. They were dating, and they did a day over at MGM Studios, and she wore a big floppy hat so nobody would recognize her, and I shadowed them about 5-10 feet behind them to make sure nobody gave them any problem. Car 54, that's a good one, Bill. Well, that's cool, Wygo. That is way too cool. Kiona. That is a cool name. And there you go, CZ Kid. I Dream of Genie. There's one we haven't mentioned. Quincy. Oh, yeah. My mom loved Quincy. Absolutely. Lost in Space, another good show. I don't remember My Mother the Car. I've heard of that, but I don't remember it. But yeah, Quincy M.E. My mom loved that show. In the beginning, when they have all the police cadets there, and he pulls the thing back and starts doing the cutting on the cadaver, and all the police cadets are falling. Yep, I remember Quincy. Treasure Outdoors, welcome. Thank you for coming by the chat. Wow, coming back from Spain, Germany, Coin Boys all over the place. Riverside, Iowa has a great Star Trek festival. Well, that sounds way too cool. Oh, that's right. Because isn't Captain Kirk supposedly from Iowa? I believe he is. I believe his character. They say in the shows he's from Iowa. Well, that would make total sense then, Jim. The Outer Limits. Wow, another great show. And then you had what was the one that Rod Serling did? Oh, his wife's from Spain. Well, that's cool. Simon and Simon. Oh man, yeah, you had to watch Simon and Simon. That was another great detective show. Riptide. I remember Riptide. That didn't last long though. Mission Impossible, another great show my mom and dad watched together. And if you choose to accept this role, Mr. Phelps, this tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Doctor Who. I was never a Doctor Who fan. I just didn't get into Doctor Who. Chico and the Man. Wow. Mike's coming up with some obscure ones now. The Twilight Zone. That's it. Rod Serling's Twilight Zone. My mother never missed a Twilight Zone. The Rockford Files. How could we forget the Rockford Files? Jim Rockford. He had the what was it? Was it the gold? Was it a gold Firebird or gold Camaro Z28? I can't remember. Night Gallery. There you go. That was another great sci-fi show. Treasure Outdoors. Just curious, what part of Florida you're located in? I am in Tampa Bay. I am about 25 miles north of Clearwater, near the sponge docks of Tarpon Springs, right along the west coast on US 19. We literally, Denise lives literally like a mile off of US 19. Is Digging with KG and Ringy still on? That might only be on cable anymore. I don't know if that's still on as a current show. Oh, and the Flintstones. Yeah, you had to watch the Flintstones. You had to watch any of those Hanna-Barbera cartoons when you were a kid. You know what? I'm gonna find that out. Okay, Chrissy was the blonde on Three Companies. I had to Google that, guys. So, where was Captain James T. Kirk from? He was born in Riverside, Iowa. There you go. That's why they have a Star Trek convention. Boom. Wow, they have a headstone there, guys. It says future birthplace of Captain James T. Kirk, March 22nd, 2225. And they have an engraving of the Enterprise next to his headstone. That is way too cool, guys. Oh, Treasure Outdoors, you're in Pasco County. Okay, well, my house is actually up in Newport Richey. I'm at my girlfriend's house right now. I know Hudson. I went to Hudson High, Treasure Outdoors, a long, long time ago. And I'll tell you how long it was. Hudson is a city now. Well, it's an unincorporated city, but it has its own zip code. On my high school diploma, it says Hudson High, Newport Richey, Florida. The city didn't even have a zip code back then. They had to use a zip code of 10 miles to the south. Oh, so they're only on YouTube now, Coin Boy. Okay. Oh, I've got to go. I've got to get up to that Star Trek convention one time up there in Riverside, Iowa. That is just way too cool. I like the new Star Trek movie too with Chris Pine. Treasure Outdoors, get a hold of me on Treasure Outdoors. Get a hold of me on that, and we'll see if we can get together for a hunt sometime. Oh, absolutely, CZ Kid. That would be required. James Tiberius Kirk. You got that right, Mike. That's another good trivia question. Reed, you're just too freaking hilarious. Oh, Augie Doggy. I remember Augie Doggy. Reed says his favorite show is on YouTube called Reed's Art of Adventure. Check it out. That is just way too funny, Reed. All the Digging with KG and Ringy episodes are on the... Yeah, they were some of the first guys I started watching when I started metal detecting. Wow, own ruins of a castle on land they own in Spain. Oh my gosh, that would be like a detectorist Nirvana hunt right there. Brother-in-law says it must be metal detected when we go over there. Absolutely. Yeah, Quantum Leap. What was the guy's name that played Quantum Leap? He's the guy that plays the new Star Trek captain on Enterprise. That's sweet. Hudson High is like 5 minutes from my house. That is just too funny, Treasure Outdoors. That's just like a small world. I metal detected it about a year ago, last Thanksgiving, Treasure Outdoors. I metal detected the common grounds around the around the big gymnasium, and I got me a silver ring from there. Oh, if I'm ever up that way, Coin Boy, you can bet I'll be doing that. Remington Steele with oh my God, how can I forget his name? He played James Bond. And he also played in that movie with Renee. Oh my God, the movie where he's the master thief with the paintings, and what's her name? Renee is almost naked that whole movie. The Thomas Crown Affair. Scott Bakula. Thank you, Mayor. Man, you guys know everything out there. Well, CZ Kid, that's not too bad if you got one at a two hook. Merrill's still trying to get his kids involved. His son was doing it for a little while. Nope, not Sean Connery. Pierce Brosnan. That's it, Brenda. Thank you, Pierce Brosnan. Yep, the old Pink Panther shows. Shaken, not stirred. Faulty Towers. That was another British show I never really watched, along with the one with the phone booth thing. Oh, okay. We were at Vets Memorial Park on Thanksgiving morning. That's where we play our. That's where we do our basketball every Thanksgiving morning. We've been doing it with the same bunch of guys for 30 years. We were up there throwing the basketball around Thanksgiving morning, and Denise wanted me home early, so I normally take my detecting gear with me and do the park. A little story about that Veterans Park there, Treasure Outdoors. I was hunting that about 2 years ago, and I found this huge gold ring right next to the garbage can that had like 9 big stones in it. I mean, it was massive. I looked on the back, it said 14K HGE. I didn't know what HGE meant. I just saw 14K with those stones. I put that ring in my pocket. I was on a high all day. I thought I'm going to make $500, $1,000. This metal detecting shit is just so easy. I take it to my jeweler, and I'm waiting to plop it down and tell me it's worth money. And she went, yeah, that's not worth anything. I go, what do you mean it's not worth anything? It says 14K on it. And she says, Rob, it says 14K HGE, which means heavy gold electroplate. And she says, basically, it's a copper ring with a thin coating of gold on it. It's not worth anything in the stones or glass. Oh my God, I was just so disappointed. Oh, okay. We were over on the basketball court side, Treasure Outdoors. But when I hunted, I usually do hunt over on the side where the baseball fields and the tot lots are. The Muppets, the Partridge Family. I watch the Partridge Family all the time. I still have one of their albums. And the Monkees. The Monkees came on right after the Banana Splits, or right before the Banana Splits on their TV show. I love the Monkees. They got some great songs. Last Train to Clarksville. I love the Monkee songs. $6 Million Man. Boom. There's another one we didn't mention. That was a great show too. And then you had the spinoff of the Bionic Woman with Lindsay Wagner. Yeah, it wasn't good traveling outdoor. What kind of detector you use, Treasure Outdoors? Coinboy says he sold some of the gold in Spain that he found, 170 euros. Good for you, Coinboy. Congratulations. That'll help pay for the trip. And Wonder Woman, yes, the original Wonder Woman with Linda Carter. Bam! Gunsmoke, yep, Joel, we mentioned Gunsmoke before with Matt Dillon. I believe Clint Eastwood turned down the role for that. Or Chuck Connors. I can't remember. But before that was given to the guy that did it, it was offered to somebody else, and they turned it down. Starsky and Hutch, absolutely. The Lone Ranger, there we go. There we go. My favorite Martian. You couldn't, like I'm talking about all these shows we had back to back. We had My Favorite Martian and Mr. Ed the Talking Horse. We had those two back to back. Gold says casinos and I don't mix well. Oh, I've never did good in a casino either, guys. I could get very addicted to playing poker at casinos, but I have never had a winning night of playing poker because I bet too much. So I stay away from casinos. My Three Sons. There you go, Reed. That's another good one. The Dick Van Dyke Show, that goes back along with My Three Sons. Oh, absolutely, Coin Boy. Clint Eastwood and the Dollar Trilogy, the Spaghetti Westerns trilogy. Chips, The Rifleman, yep, with Chuck Connors. Well, Treasure Hunter, you're only 11 detectors behind Merrill from New York Metal Detecting, but you should be doing very well with the Simplex or the Vanquish Apex. Yeah, why Gold? Stay out of the chicken ranch. Dennis the Menace, yep. Bam! There you go, CZ Kid. Only poker tournament I won. I remember playing video poker here a few years ago, guys, before I found metal detecting. And I was in a room one time and I lost $800 of fake dollars. And she come home and Denise goes, "How you been doing?" I go, "I lost $800 today playing poker." And she said, "You better be kidding." And I go, "Well, it's just play money." Joe, that's a good question, Joel. That's a good question. We're just having fun here this morning. Obviously, this guy is good at trivia, but who would I follow to learn about metal detecting? There are a lot of good teaching channels out there, right there, Joe. Merrill from New York Metal Detecting, he calls himself a teaching channel. He's got 16 different detectors, so there's a good chance that you might have one of the same detectors he does. He tries to use every detector at least 30 to 40 to 50 hours to get a feel for it, and then he explains the pros or cons. It's called Metal Detecting NYC. His name is Merrill. But there's a lot of good other teaching channels depending on what machine you have. There's different people that have tutorial videos based on the machine. So I wouldn't say that I teach metal detecting. I am trying to get it better and explain to people the settings I use and why I use them and where I use them at. But I probably would not call my channel a teaching channel, Joe. But we're just having fun here this morning, Joe. Normally we talk about different coils or machines or Florida Hunt 7, but we're just having fun this morning. Wagon Train, I Love Lucy. My dad hated I Love Lucy. He couldn't stand Lucille Ball, Joel. Alice, yep. Paddock. I don't know which one Paddock is. Have Gun Will Travel. Another great one, Bill. Leave It to Beaver. Yep. Coin Boy, if you can find an E-Track used for $400, you scarf that baby up. Wow, why gold? That would be a huge. Thinking of trading my 705, which is my first detector, and your 600 towards the CTX 3030. Wow, everybody says that CTX 3030 is a monster, but I know they aren't cheap. Walker Texas Ranger, Carol Burnett. JJ James is a great channel. He will help you out too if you write him. There you go, Joe. There's another channel if you're still here. I'm not familiar with that channel, but there you go. Mama's Family. I'll be honest with you, Bill. Could not stand Mama's Family. I am not a Carol Burnett fan at all, or Harvey, whatever the other guy's name was. Just wasn't into that. Just wasn't into that stupid type of humor. Even though I do like Tim Conway. My dad liked his Dorf videos. Coin Boy, I believe Merrill just got an E-Track, and he has been killing it with that E-Track. He just found it. He was able to get one used, and he says at certain times he thinks it actually goes deeper than the Equinox. Yeah, I know, Weigel. They are not inexpensive. See, there you go. WKRP in Cincinnati. Who did you go with? Did you go with Lonnie Anderson, or did you go with the straight-haired chick that was oh, what was her name? She had a guy's name. Oh, okay. Somebody's going to help me with that. Nathaniel Outdoors Adventures. Hey, welcome back. Yep, Captain Kirk was supposedly born. See, I didn't know. I just always heard Iowa, but I didn't know it was Riverside. E-Track seems perfect for me since more of a coin shooter. Well, there you go. Oh, wow. Dennis got kicked off a property. He's back. The tenant decided he didn't want me there on the property, made it clear, so he left. We'll just have to, if you get permission. Harvey Corman, thank you, Javier. Yeah, you have to just get with the owner and have the owner tell the renter that it's okay. Oh, yeah, guys, Mike's giveaway on. I'm running past 12. M.A. Lyman's giveaway is coming up, guys, so let's lots of good closet queens. I'm going to assume you mean closet cleanouts on Craigslist and eBay. Yeah, I think Bill. She was pretty. What was it? Bailey was her name. Jan Smithers was the actress. Bailey was her name. Wow, Coin Boy's oldest coins is 1754, 2 reals. Yeah, if that doesn't get you hooked on metal detecting, absolutely nothing will. Okay, Nathaniel Outdoors Adventure says he is giving away an uncirculated Swiss coin every week in December. For those that are interested, absolutely, Nathaniel, we will. I just gave that a shout out. Absolutely. I'm writing it down for myself. So go over to Nathaniel's channel, guys, and take a chance on winning a uncirculated Swiss coin for the next month. Ed the Beach Hunter. A lot of people watch Ed the Beach Hunter. I got started with the Hoover Boys just because as I started watching them, I recognized their accent, and I said, man, these guys sound like they're from Baltimore, Maryland. And at the end of the video, they show their logo with the Maryland state flag, and you find out they're all from Baltimore. And I'm like, I knew those accents sounded familiar. Oh, Dennis says the spoon has a USMC on the front of it. Well, that's way too cool. They are 835 silver, Nathaniel says. Well, Nathaniel, it doesn't get much better than an uncirculated silver coin. That is awesome, buddy. Everybody go over and check out Nathaniel's giveaway, guys, for the silver coins. CZ Kid, my dad was from Baltimore. Do you know where? Because both my parents were born there, too. Started with a Garrett H200. I do not. Okay. Well, guys, let's all go over and check out Mike's channel and his giveaway he's announcing the winner of today over at MA24s. Let's all go over and see him. And we've been on for 2 hours this morning. I thank everybody that's been here. Oh, crap, we've been on for 3 hours this morning. I can't even tell time. He did see his old house on Google Earth. Well, that is cool. My old house is still there, too. Jim, absolutely. I hope to do a lot more. I hope to do some traveling in 2021. I want to get out and see my sister who was here in the chat early. She lives in Missouri. I hope to get up there. I should be able to make a side trip to Iowa. I hope to get a hold of Plugmaster Ford. I would love to do a hunt with him someday. And I hope to get back up the East Coast. I have promised Frankie PD Sandigger, I'd like to stop by and see him on the way up the East Coast. So I do want to do some traveling, guys. Of course, I will have to get a much more reliable vehicle than I have now. No worries, Nathaniel. We'll be here next Sunday at 9 a.m. That's great, Reed. Thank you very much for that. Nope, I don't know any Franks. Some of my family's now up in Pennsylvania, too. Javier, thank you very much. What channel is the other stream? It is called Mallyman24. That's his stream. He's just started at noon there, Coin Boy. So we're all going to head over there right now. We'll see everybody here next Sunday. Thanks, everybody, so much for hanging with me for 3 hours. And we'll see you guys next Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern Central Time. And I'm going to be hopefully caught up with sending out some prizes from the last 2 weeks. And we'll try and get some giveaways in. Maybe do some silver and do some of Pat's new merchandise that he's just created now for his Advent giveaway. All righty, guys. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. Heading over to Mallyman's channel right now. Thanks, gang.